What is your beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real.
What the hell's going on there?
You want the real Andy?
You know what? The real.
Oh, I had to. One more time.
What is your beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool
are.
house is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
And I kept saying, like, dude, I've never been to Tokyo.
Oh, really?
What's up? Hello?
I like that. That's good.
But that deserves to be part of the intro.
I would like to see Little Raptor and Little Tokyo. Or Tokyo. No,
Little Raptor
Tokyo.
and Little Tokyo.
Yes. How's everyone doing tonight?
The smallest kaiju movie ever.
There's still
I'm doing
stuff
well.
to talk about.
Doing well.
There's still entertainment stuff to talk about.
Let's
There
go.
is?
Yes.
No way.
Please
that was a
get
bit-
those thumbs right up there.
Right in there.
Well, let's be careful with the jokes because I've been getting demonetized all over the place.
I was a bit bummed out that Superman and Lois is not on today. I was just like, no.
I have to watch Superman and Lois. It's on my to-watch list.
Yeah.
Also, my to-watch list is...
You saw that fight scene?
Oh, yeah, I saw the fight scene on Twitter.
Isn't that CGI amazing?
Yeah.
Oh, a little movie Raptor. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Hey Vince. Hey Brucifer. Hey myself. Hey Rhea. How's it going,
Hey, Rhea.
Rhea?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm glad Superman wasn't on tonight because I got to watch Housewives of Jersey season finale. So,
Congrats.
thank you. I love the drama.
Here's an announcement. For the Housewives of New Jersey, we will not be covering that. Sorry,
Season
Brucifer.
5.
Teresa is very sad right now.
Okay.
You know what my wife watches, Brucifer?
What's that?
Because we have Peacock, and she watches Below Decks. Do you ever heard that show?
I love watching Below Decks.
Yes. I've actually watched a few episodes. It's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just insane that what goes on with that crew. It's just like,
Yeah. Hey Rhea, why don't you check with William, see if we're not because Bruce, just so everyone knows, there's 2 appreciation streams coming up. One's Brucifer retirement appreciation stream. Thanks to Perp nominating him. Absolutely. And then we do need to have a William appreciation stream of the Sci-Fi Center. So Rhea, see if William's available for one of these Saturdays coming up. So we could and then I'll set it up.
We'll have to do it early because they have a stream on Saturdays as well.
The fact that man is such a fan of both Star Trek and Trauma should be celebrated.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. We have exciting news to talk about for Arnold. Why isn't this happening yet? He says he is all on board to play Conan again. All on board. That's the character he wants to go back to.
I think the rights for Conan is up in the air.
Is that the issue?
Because I know Marvel just lost the rights to Conan in the comic books.
Really?
Okay.
Isn't there like a famous old man Conan story?
King Conan.
He's like that age, so it's like, oh, perfect. Like
Yeah.
he knows. He just also made this statement about how he knows the Terminator movies weren't what fans wanted, and he's bowing out. It's
Yeah.
almost like he's.
I was just about to say that little movie perp. Like,
Oh, sorry.
no, no, you're right. It's like, Arnold saying like he wants to move on from Terminator and do something else. I think Conan will be a really good example of that.
Yeah.
Because that IP hasn't been touched for such a long time. By Arnold, and I think it's time we got King Conan.
Conan.
Yeah.
Yeah, King Conan movie.
I always considered Red Sonja the end of the trilogy.
Well,
I think they're making another Red Sonja movie.
Yeah, they've already started. I think. Yeah, it's some unknown actress though. There are so many versions of Conan though, so maybe the holdup is the Conan that he played before. That rights, because I think they could get other rights to Conan. It's just then to have a continuation of the first two, right? Would be the issue.
Continuation, and then using that old man Conan storyline.
Oh, that storyline's copyright. Yeah.
I've never understood why they didn't capitalize on those Conan movies and make more in the 80s and 90s.
He was probably asking for too much money.
We should do a watch party for Dungeons and Dragons on Friday night. That'd be cool.
People have lives and go out.
Dungeons and Dragons? Come on.
Mario came out digital.
No, but Max, it's all about family this Friday.
Oh, Fast X.
Yes.
I'm not gonna go to the theater.
I knew it. Are you gonna watch Mario? It came out digital. When are you seeing it?
Yeah, I'd like to watch Mario. Yeah.
When are you seeing it?
Well, we could potentially do a watch party for that. I have to buy it, digitally.
When?
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, whenever you do that, just remind me so I can be sick that day.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. A live stream without talking about James Gunn or DC Gas. How's everyone to be able to handle the stream? Well, we have less viewers. Thank you.
Conan DC?
I don't know.
No, it's not. It's Marvel.
Marvel, yeah.
Okay. Well, he said Arnold Schwarzenegger may be done with the Terminator, but he still wants to make one more Conan the Barbarian movie.
There we go. Let's do it. I'm down for it. That thumbnail is beautiful that you picked with him with the beard. I see it.
Yes.
I love it.
I will, it would be amazing. It's been pending for the last 10 years. Frederick Malmberg owns the rights, Arnold Schwarzenegger said. He comes to me and says, "Oh, I have a deal with Netflix." And when we ask Netflix, they don't know anything about it. It's one of those crazy things. I hope he figures it out. The actor continued, I think you do it like Unforgiven, where you play the age. There's a great script out there that John Milius wrote, and others have written one. The story is there. There are directors who want to do it, but he has the rights. And until he sells the rights for one or two movies or the franchise, there's nothing you can do about it.
That's what I heard, that there's a script. That's what I think I meant, that there's a script out there that I heard was really, really good.
Okay. I actually also like the Jason Momoa version. It's not horrible. It's not amazing.
Yeah.
But
actually,
it was good.
You know what? It got so trashed when I saw it. I was like, it ain't that bad. I liked it too, actually.
Yeah.
Momoa was awesome.
Absolutely. That's when he was peak. Screw you, Sean O'Rourke, saying that Jason Momoa needs to stay away from crass services. After he saw him in Fast X promos. Hey, he's enjoying his life now, Oh no, Talani. We still love Sean.
Sean hates on a lot of actors. He really does.
I can't believe you say that. And then Sean,
I made it. Rhea. There is a CGH emoji. I just have to rename it because the name isn't that great. There's only so many characters. There is.
What is it?
It's in there. It's in there. People need to use it. I saved it.
Can you put it as UFO?
I put it as his logo. Oh, on target. There it is. See? On target. It's there. I used it. Oh, now he's here. Yes, CJ made your emoji.
We'll be talking about DC in a bit.
Yes.
We'll be
Look in
talking
the
about
chat.
DC
On
in a
target.
bit.
On target.
No DC tonight.
No DC tonight. No. Hey, we only have 6 thumbs up. Come on, everyone. We really
Oh
need
yeah,
your support.
I need to go to your channel, to the stream. 1 second.
Yeah. I'd recommend cropping it as just the icon without the circle and text. Okay. I'll see what I could do. Oh, look at CJH. target. Okay, so yes, what do you think? What does everyone think here about a new Conan project?
I could send you the. Oh, I thought I sent you the PNG.
We'll talk about it later. Right now, we're talking about Conan. What do you think about Arnold and Old Man Conan project, CJH? Do you like Conan the Barbarian?
I like the game.
Have you ever seen the movies?
No.
Oh,
I played
boy.
the game though. Playing the game is pretty dope.
Yeah, Brucifer, what do you think, man?
Depends on how he looks in a like a fur. Oh,
what the hell, Versifer? You're like, well, it depends on how
a
Arnold
fur
looks in
tunic
fur.
or whatever. You know, what is he? 80?
No,
he could get built one more time. You know, he could like tighten up a little bit.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Brucifer. He is going to the gym a lot more frequently. I mean, I saw a YouTube video with him and Dung. What's her name? Dolph Lung. I can't pronounce his name.
Lundgren?
Yeah, him, right? And they were working at a gold gym, so it makes me think that potentially he could be doing that for a movie role, maybe. Who knows?
Crazy Joe.
Perp, what do you think? Time for Conan?
It's time for Conan.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna top that. The Jason Momoa one. Speaking of what's awesome, they literally had the scene of the woman giving birth to him in the middle of a war scene, and it was amazing. She was like giving birth in the middle of a battle, and then he's like, "My son." He raises the son up, and everyone's like fighting. It's like amazing. How are they gonna top that?
They did a Simba scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's not people with more blood and decapitations.
Mm-hmm. Arnold Schwarzenegger discussed the future of the Terminator franchise in the same interview. The franchise is not done. I'm done. Thank God, because I think this Terminator movies would have been better if they didn't revert back to Arnold.
There's a solution. There is a solution.
God damn it!
Continue
CJ.
the Terminator Salvation.
That background noise around you.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I have to get your mic soon. Sorry,
Continue the
CJ. Sorry, CJ.
salvation. His point is, if they go the route of going Terminator Salvation timeline and lore, they just use that. Go to the future, stay to the future for a little bit.
There was a lot of cool stuff in that movie.
Yeah.
I actually think if they cut some stuff, it would have been a tighter, better movie. There was some great special effects.
The chase scene was good.
Yeah. All right. So everyone's keep that energy up, everyone. I got the message loud and clear that the world wants to move on with a different theme when it comes to Terminator. Someone has to come up with a great idea. I agree with his thoughts on Terminator as well. I really enjoyed. I think the reason Sarah Connor Chronicles worked so much is they didn't have Arnold. They'd have that. I mean, Arnold's a great addition, but they could do other things. They had a different Terminator, and you didn't know what was going to happen. And
sure,
you know what I mean.
And
I actually love that show.
They have all those CGI models of young Arnold that they used in Genesis. Started off in Salvations. Like they could use him as like an Easter egg every once in a while.
Why does it always have to
Can
be
we
him?
move away from Arnold and Terminator
I'm just
movies?
saying, like they could do an
It's
Easter
like-
egg
it's
if
the-
they really want, like, and use the young
I
one.
mean, if we're going by
I mean,
deleted scenes,
It's like they
Brucifer,
always
they
use,
can't.
in these newer movies, he looks old, and they always have to. They try to justify it, and it's just like, no one's buying it.
Yeah.
I mean,
pretty
I
much.
might have a wrong little movie pep. Like they can't move away from Arnold because he's the face of the franchise, basically. When it comes
He
down to
was,
Terminator.
but Terminator Salvation was a nice detour that,
Yeah.
while it wasn't that successful over time, I think it's grown quite a following, and people
I like
really
it.
like it. Yeah, exactly. So maybe going that route of going more future, or as Max said, Terra Chronicles. It's the way to go. And if they need Arnold for the trailer or whatever, just little sprinkles here.
I think they should. I think they should make the Sarah Connor Chronicles movie and just continue where the series left off. That's what I think they should do.
I would love to have that.
Who here's seen the Sarah Connor Chronicles?
Me.
Have you seen it, Perp?
I have not.
Oh my dear
Brian
Lord.
Austin Green.
You're missing out.
CJH, have you seen it, Brian?
I don't know where it's available.
It's available everywhere. We're going to make another hashtag.
Best Buy.
Restore.
Well, tell me which
Sarah Connor Chronicles
streaming service it's on, and I'll watch it.
Restore the Chronicles era.
I think they should just introduce new characters and move away from Sarah and John.
What's her name? Leslie. What's her name? Not Headland. The star of Sarah Connor Chronicles. She's perfect. She's not working she's still working on projects, but
what's very frustrating about the Terminator franchise is that it's always been a self-contained kind of dumb, and I just wish they went out and did like a RoboCop versus Terminator before doing a full reboot. Like we need to get the real dumb, like fun stuff right before they do like a fresh reboot.
You know what they should do? Go back to being a horror movie.
It's not. It never was a horror movie. It was always about action.
No, the Terminator. I have in my personal opinion, I think the original Terminator is a slasher movie with car chases.
Mm-hmm.
I just think though, like a Terminator versus what's it called, RoboCop, would be interesting. But imagine it set in the Sarah Connor era, though, with RoboCop being introduced. That way, you can reboot two franchises at one. You could do two birds in one stone.
Cool. Someone else is entering the panel. Voltaire is here. Hey, Voltaire.
Hi, and hello, everybody.
You ready for Old Man Conan?
Well, I heard a bit when I was driving home. I don't know why they haven't done Conan the King. They've got the comics. They've had him there for years. The last movie ended with him being king. And it's just seems like a no-brainer to me. I guess it must be a rights thing, because why else wouldn't they do it?
Arnold said it's a rights thing. There, the person that has the rights, he's like, I got to deal with Netflix. And then Arnold asked Netflix, and we don't know about what he's talking about. He just, it's just someone that owns the rights just keep holding on to
yelling
it.
in their parking lot.
Yeah,
there you go.
But I was thinking about Terminator, the next Terminator. I think it's perfect timing, especially after all those failures to reboot this, or do a different thing with Terminator, to just restore Sarah Connor Chronicles. Do a movie after the second season. Get that cast back. I don't think it'd be hard to get that cast back.
No.
Did you like it?
I liked that show when it was on, actually. It was better than any of the movies they've produced recently.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. I think it's time.
Has that actress who played the Terminator, has she done anything specific since? Because she was really good.
There's that one actress that she's from Firefly, and then there's that the actress from Game of Thrones. I forget her name, that played Cersei. What's that actress's name?
Lena
Headey.
Yeah, Lena Headey. Yeah. I'm talking about the girl who played Lena Headey. Yeah, she was good as
Summer Glau is the other one.
Fixed the emoji.
Yeah, that gal.
You fixed the emoji, CJH? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. River Firefly.
All right.
So I'm sure she's in a bunch of genres.
Cool.
Just look at Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
All right, send that to
Sent
me.
it via the Discord.
Okay. Cool. This next topic is, look at this.
CJH is the next topic.
Look at this. This is what it's about, right? Look how great that is for these young girls and Halle Bailey, and how much joy they're getting about Little Mermaid. And then this is who I do this for, is what she says. Isn't that great? And then you see YouTube. What's populating the most popular videos on YouTube has her cross-eyed drool coming out of. It's so no, it's disgusting. I don't even know what these thumbnails are. What? I gotta be honest. What
At a
kind of
certain
freaks
point-
click on these thumbnails?
I don't know. The same kind of freak that feels that as a 40-year-old man, they need to fucking talk about a little girl's movie.
I know, but like, listen,
I
don't even know what the thing is with cross-eyed. They keep putting everyone cross. Like, I feel really bad for cross-eyed people too.
I don't know,
What the
Max.
hell?
Why do you put clown noses on people?
That's different.
Uh-oh.
That's different.
Damn.
That's different. Anyone can be a clown.
Anyone
Like,
could be a
I'm
clown.
not having.
Anyone could be
There's
clown.
some clowns on this panel right now.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
That's me.
Why you expose me like that?
Not you, CGH. I like you.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm specifically going to support this movie with my wife and my nieces. I contacted my cousin as well. They're hyped for the movie. I asked my sister. I didn't even talk about the race swap. I just said to my sister, do my niece? I don't want to say their names here, but do they want to see the Little Mermaid? She's like, yeah, they're so excited about it. No discussion of whatever. 12 and 15. Oh.
Yeah.
All I have to
12-year-old?
say about the Little Mermaid is the box office is going to speak for itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope so. I got my tickets. I'm going early. I'm going Thursday.
Yeah, but
And our
I
little
just,
girl's gonna care.
what is? Yeah, little girls are gonna love this movie.
Sure.
Not just little girls.
I heard it's a good movie. I mean, the reviews have
Yes.
been good.
Yeah, so
Great.
this
Especially
is
her
what.
performance. No
I
matter
mean,
what
this
she's
is
a star. She's like
wouldn't
a
it be
star.
great if you searched the Little Mermaid and this popped up as the first result and not some cross-eyed Halle Bailey drool? And I mean, what is wrong with the
It would be
internet?
great, Max. It would be great.
It would be
know, man.
great. You
It
know,
would be great.
Yeah, making her
No.
cross-eyed in the thumbnail just shows you that they're grasping at straws. If that's what
I mean, they're just like, for some reason, they're just scared that this is now Ariel forever. Like, this is Ariel.
no.
And I don't know why they care. I don't know why.
that has to be the thumbnail. Yes.
So they have to like degrade
Wait
every-
until they do a
every-
Little Mermaid crossover with Frozen.
Yeah.
No, you know what would be cool? The Little Mermaid crossing over. There was a Little Mermaid crossover, wasn't there, on the cartoon show? I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah. Right now, they're setting up every live action is his own universe, and they're all going to meet. Little Mermaid's
Yeah.
going to meet with CGI Simba. It's gonna be-
Yeah, I heard the. I don't know exactly
Oh,
what the
universe.
Aladdin actor said,
know what they're
but he left Twitter.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Right
Well,
now,
I don't
there's
know
an
what he said.
AI. There's an AI coming up with an idea of how to bring all this together, every single live action remake.
But
I think what would be a really good crossover would be Aladdin and Hercules.
I do think they should make. They should go back to Hercules or Tarzan live action. That would be an easy one to do.
Yeah.
And then kind of cancel in there that they're so female focused.
I think Marvel is setting up for a Hercules. I think that would be like
You know that Disney doesn't own Tarzan?
no one does.
It's in public domain. I
Public
thought.
domain.
Only the Heart of the Jungle owns Tarzan. That's it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
CJH. I think it's public domain, and then
But
there's
technically, you could do a Tarzan movie.
yes, but
you couldn't use a
I
similar
would be very
storyline, though.
unbelievable in a little loincloth. With
I
a
think
dude
that would be
mask.
great.
No,
Don't say
only for my OnlyFans.
Hashtag make Max Tarzan. Let's go.
Love it.
No. They are actually making. Oh, really? Guy Ritchie? That's good because I wasn't sure about Aladdin because Guy Ritchie. Because I like Guy Ritchie. It's like he's making Aladdin. I don't know if it's gonna work.
I didn't see that, but I love Guy Ritchie.
That Henry Cavill should play Hercules.
Henry, nah.
No.
He's got a lot of stuff on his plate.
Yeah, he can
Uh,
play
play
anything.
Every part.
He's hammering that war right now.
No
That's what
man.
I was thinking, Brian. He can play
Yeah,
any part.
I think Pocahontas is risky because of the.
Yeah.
I feel like that story's been done in like live
Well,
action.
I mean, Avatar too.
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna say
Terrence
Avatar.
Malick. Terrence Malick did his version, right? Like the Pocahontas template. It's
Yeah.
been done like in. I don't know if they'll touch it. Maybe
Okay.
actually they'll touch anything. It's Disney. It's a remake. It's easy.
I want to remake a Samson and Delilah. Damn it.
Why couldn't they do a live action Pocahontas and get the girl who was from what's that Predator movie?
Yeah,
She's,
no,
Native American.
And
Yeah,
then
I changed my mind midway. I was like,
and then have her
I have a
become
better
subservient
idea.
to a white male.
better
though?
idea.
Well, they could redo that part a little bit. They could play with that story.
I have a much better idea.
Yeah.
How come?
Wasn't
How
the real
about they make
Pocahontas like
original
13?
content?
CGH, we've discussed this. Everyone that cries about original content, no one watches it.
I do.
Yeah, I know you do, but not
What
enough.
was the
People,
last-
not
what
enough
was the-
people watch
Wait,
it.
what was the last original content you saw, CGH?
Oh, damn. Now you
Ah!
got me on the spot.
It's caught.
Got you
Caught.
there.
Now you
Look
got me
that.
on the spot.
Where's the clown nose?
Whoa.
Caught.
No, I got him in the spot. Let him think. Give him some time.
Hey, Max, you mind if I do a quick comic book update? There was big news in the comic book world. It was shaken to its knees.
Yes, I do mind. It's
Okay.
getting too much, Brucifer. No, go ahead. Bring
You
it up.
gotta go.
Do that. I gotta
No,
start
bring
reading
it up.
stories.
Bring it up. Comic book news. Yes.
I've been watching too much.
Apparently,
Harry Potter lately.
Marvel has decided to kill off a character.
I heard about this today.
And
Yeah,
the
but they'll be
internet is
back.
not very happy.
Some people on the internet are happy.
Yes, I saw that. Someone is celebrating the death of a Muslim girl. Anyway,
Well, that's one way to
It
phrase
has
it.
to be
They
EVS,
haven't
right?
learned their lesson
You're
yet.
talking about
She's coming
EVS.
back.
so
People-
Kamala Khan is going
Oh
to be
my
killed off
God.
in Amazing Spider-Man 26 and then celebrated in a one-shot comic called Fallen Friend, The Death of Miss Marvel.
Wow.
But
We're
you know,
doing this before the Marvels movie
Boom.
comes out.
Get those sales up.
they did
while
DC
you
did the
can.
same thing with Black Adam. They killed him off in the comics for like 2 issues.
Wow, I can't believe they're doing this.
Oh, in a comic.
Actually, you know what they
Guys,
could do?
Brucifer.
They could adapt a bunch of books.
Brucifer, what's your
Good
take
God,
on this?
CGH.
My take
Oh.
on this?
Yes.
I think that the writers from Amazing Spider-Man should be fired and let go because the storytelling in Amazing Spider-Man for the last 25 issues have been trash.
Oh, that's a lot. Of
Ouch.
What is it?
And the
So you-
artwork is even worse because it's John Romita Jr. and he draws like he's in a special box.
So you think the anger against this particular book is justified in a way?
Yes, there's no reason to kill Miss Marvel.
Unless it's a bait and switch. And she comes back right away.
No one's ever really gone.
Unless they're gonna
artists,
change her powers and upgrade her powers or something.
speaking of artists, did you see this cover from
Oh
Frank Miller?
God, no! I hate that cover. Oh.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead. Go ahead, CJH.
Is
That's
that
from
real?
Frank Miller.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Frank Miller did it.
That looks awful.
At
I
some
wish I could have a
point,
CGI version of that.
I
some-
think anyone that claims this is a work of art is being pretentious. That
at
looks just,
some
That is a work
point
of art.
you have to take the pencils away from the artist.
Look at the symmetry.
Is that real? I've seen that.
Look
Is
at
that
the
real?
colors.
Yes,
I've
it's
seen
real.
it too. I didn't know it was. No, I don't. I know it's subjective, but I think anyone's like, oh, if you really look at it, it's very amazing.
Yeah,
No,
it's
bullshit.
stylized. It's like
No.
anime.
Bullshit.
What is that? Nepotism or
It's-
something?
No,
he's very
Talent.
he's talented, but this isn't it.
but he's up there, and he at this point his art isn't good anymore.
Whose artwork is that, by the way?
Frank Miller.
Stylized.
Oh, Frank Miller's has gone out of his touch.
And then you compare it to his old work,
Stuff always
which is
was like
this.
that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's that ain't it, bro. That ain't it.
I mean,
Sorry, Frank.
I'm getting it.
Frank Miller's
I'm
Superman
getting it.
work was decent. You know, year one Superman.
Yeah, that was a
Lucifer?
long time ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Now
Even though that was
look
long-
at this. His he just did this a few months ago. The Thing.
Now that kind of looks cool a little bit.
No, it doesn't.
That looks
that's-
better than
Nah.
the Wolverine because
It's
Wolverine.
stylized. It looks cool.
Can you
I
make
think
it
looks
bigger?
cool.
No, not that.
I think it
picture.
looks cool. I think it looks cool. I'm with you, Max.
That one
I
looks
don't
decent.
know. I don't know about a Superman.
It looks like the little kids thing, like that little Spider-Man cartoon, like how they have the kids. What's that little Spider-Man and Friends? Like, it looks like a little kids thing.
Yeah, but look how pissed off he looks. That's pretty
Okay.
cool.
Jeez.
Juxtaposition.
So who here? Hold on a second. Sylvester Stallone. Who here has seen
treasure?
Who here is Sylvester Stallone? None of us.
No, who here has seen Cliffhanger?
I have.
Yeah.
Rennie Harlan.
I never really
Wait,
gave it.
I mean,
It's
Superman could. He could play Superman.
I think I saw it in the movie theater.
No, no, Brucifer. No.
I have to give it another shot because I don't remember. Like, my father watched it all the time, but I never really watched the whole thing. And they're making a sequel.
Meh.
There's Cavill in it.
Why would Cavill be in it?
Because he's got to be in everything. God damn it! What the hell is wrong with you?
Because he hang from a cliff in Mission Impossible. He was in
There
that,
you go.
that chopper.
Right? Looks like he's constipated. Oh.
You're
talking about. But who's here? This is a weird. Like, I
Okay.
never thought Cliffhanger 2.
It's
I
cool.
never thought-
It's cool and all. It's cool and all. But give me that Demolition Man. Give me that Demolition Man.
I got to rewatch Demolition Man.
I want Demolition Man is genius.
It was a
Way ahead of its
movie.
time.
I love Demolition Man.
It's fantastic. Wesley Snipes' best performance.
Oh.
in my
Oh, I love
opinion.
that movie.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what the people want. But this is cool too.
not this person.
Give me
Hopefully, it's a
Demolition
setup
Man,
for that. Yeah, give me Demolition Man.
Restore Demolition Man.
please.
Come on, that scene where he's trying to get toilet
Justice
paper.
for
he keeps
Cocteau.
swearing.
Oh, never mind.
We need another Demolition.
What do you want?
So,
No, I just said
genius.
Justice for Cocteau. Raymond Cocteau.
Okay.
God damn, man. Watch the movie. Head out of the gutter, man. Jesus.
So
That's what I'm
show
here
you
for.
What kind of show you think we're running around here?
The way
A more interesting show?
Yeah, right.
I have to rewatch Demolition Man. I never really got that.
What?
There's
It is a
lo-
classic. Oh my god, we're so doing a watch party for Demolition Man.
All right.
Add it to the list.
Cool.
That,
Yeah,
that
no,
movie's
no.
good. That movie's worth a rewatch.
That's going to the top of the
Yeah,
list.
movie's
man.
ahead of its time. It's
I
gonna feel
guess
very
we're
modern.
What was the
watching
reviews on that
It's
movie?
It's such an authentic, like,
Nope, sorry,
story.
CJH.
Like the idea
Other movies
of
are
like
popping
a
up first.
society so like polite, and then bringing this guy in. That's such a great premise.
CGH, have you seen Demolition Man?
No,
Oh,
I probably won't.
you probably won't.
Demolition Man.
What are you
Wesley Snipes-
talking about,
It's
bro?
Good for you, buddy. It's trash.
No,
What are you
really?
talking about? You make me watch.
Demolition Man is
I
amazing.
I wasn't prepared for. You're gonna watch one of ours. We'll have it. We'll have a competition.
Demolition Man.
Well,
is
here,
amazing.
here, let me make a deal with you.
Have you
One-
even seen it?
We'll do
Wait,
what-
no, you haven't. But
We'll do watch party versus or something. One week, CGH picks the movie. The other week, someone else picks the movie, and then the next week, CGH picks the movie.
I'm
Is that
just
fair?
not a big fan of Stallone.
You don't want to see the movie.
What do you mean you're not a big fan of Stallone? Come on.
Thank you.
Are you a man?
But this movie is tongue in cheek, in that they use the Sylvester Stallone's persona, and they put him in this world where he can't curse, he can't kill it, like he can't kill anyone. They don't understand his
Murder, death, kill.
Like
oh my gosh.
it's like even his persona works for the movie. That's what makes it great. You only need to see a couple Stallone movies.
The critics and the
one,
audience
maybe
hated
Rocky.
the movie.
You just need to see this and Rocky. That's it. You got your
Rocky
Stallone.
2 as
I
well.
haven't seen Rocky
Rambo.
or Rambo either.
Yeah,
Well, that's a mistake.
First Blood is amazing.
You need to see Rocky. Rocky
Yeah,
is a must see.
Rocky 1 and 2 are like perfect films. In
I
my
love
opinion.
First
Rocky 4 is amazing.
Rocky 4 is a classic
All right,
80s
Demolition Man
movie.
dunks on all these. I'm sorry.
And
That's
then
Rocky 1 and 2.
Godfather
Sorry.
either.
Next topic.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even get to. I didn't even get to read. What are you talking about?
We
I
all
didn't
said
even
this
read-
is cool. This is
I
fine.
didn't even
but
get to
give us
read the.
Demolition
I
Man.
got to read. I have to read the sequel premise.
Oh, sorry. I'm being an
He
antagonist
needs to
tonight.
He needs to freaking climb a cliff and fight people. That's what it's gonna be.
So the way that he passed the torch to Michael B. Jordan and Creed, off the Rocky franchise, Stallone's character will be of the age he is now, Gabe Walker. He's got a daughter. He's got an heir apparent son, and they have a mountaineering company, Italian Alps. Tragedy strikes that's very similar to what happened in the original movie, so that the father and daughter have to deal with that and how to overcome tragedy. How do we get through a traumatic experience and fight moving forward? It's what extreme sports like climbing are all about. And of course, there might be some nefarious bad guys that show up in the Italian Alps.
Wait,
and all
did they
hell
get stuck on a mountain and have to drink each other's pee?
Ew.
What movie was that?
Okay,
Alive.
let me tell you
Alive.
something.
No, that's where they have to
I
eat
love-
each other too.
I love that Creed name drop because when reading that, all I see is "Good Day to Die Hard." That's what I hear.
Well, I'm all
Except
for
the
it.
climb stuff.
But yes, I would prefer to see Demolition Man sequel or something like that. And I have to rewatch it. The reason I want to rewatch it is the Genesis game. I was playing the Genesis game on my EverDrive of Demolition Man.
For whatever reason you need to rewatch Demolition Man. You should.
Anytime you can get Eric or what was his name? Something Cortez singing the Jolly Green Giant theme song on a piano. It's just cinematic gold. And Dennis Leary, oh goddamn.
Put that movie in a
movie.
vault.
Okay, now we have this.
Cool.
No, not that. Mark your calendars. NASA is holding. What?
Oh my God!
Stay on target. Stay on target.
We're gonna talk about aliens. That's important.
Stay on topic. Stay on topic.
And
Ain't nothing wrong with talking about aliens, man.
Demolition Man was way though.
I need some Giorgio Tsoukalos hair.
unanimous. Everyone loves Demolition Man.
Nobody's got time for aliens. I'm sorry, CJ. Nobody's got time for that.
Oh my God.
Oh man, I got time.
What was this? I was gonna bring. Oh, here it is. Justified. Who watched Justified?
I did.
I haven't seen Justified.
I couldn't justify watching it.
Oh God. Oh God.
That's very clever.
There has to be. Where's that cane where they did in the Looney Tunes where they pull people off? If your joke is super cringe, boop. No, I'm just
Wow,
kidding.
we will be pulling you off all the time. Holy
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
How
yeah,
do you get to host then?
What's that called? The something hook? I forget what they call that. You know,
whatever.
old Looney
The clown
Tunes-
comes out.
and the Looney Tunes. Yeah, yeah.
You need that.
I don't know. What was that thing where the clown came out and swept them off the stage? What was that from?
Vaudeville.
Showtime at the Apollo. Yeah.
Real Hulk or something. Yeah,
We need a gong.
yeah.
And you leave.
So if you haven't seen Justified, Timothy Olyphant's amazing. I didn't. What's that HBO series that he's also in? That's a Western type.
Deadwood.
Deadwood. Yeah, I haven't really given Deadwood a shot.
Deadwood.
It's called Max. Max.
It's called on Max. I
Yeah.
haven't really give Deadwood a shot, but
Deadwood.
Timothy Olyphant is dusting off his hat.
Dusty
The actor is
Deadwood.
set is to reprise his role of Raylan Givens, the smoldering gunslinger, and a miniseries spinoff of FX drama Justified. Justified City Primeval reunites Olyphant with producers of the original Acclaim series, including creator Graham Yost. The new limited series is set to be based on Elmore Leonard's novel City Primeval, High Noon in Detroit. Ooh. I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, there's even a trailer? I didn't know they were that far.
Reaction time.
No, we can't. I don't want to react to it now.
I mean, off stream.
But I don't think enough people watch this series. So
I've never seen it.
Not enough.
So you're
people
saying
watch
it's
the
not
teaser.
justified?
It is justified. It is
There's
justified.
no justification
You
for
wouldn't
this.
even watch the
Really?
teaser.
It's a really good series. Am I the only one that's seen it? Who else said they saw it?
I saw it. It's good.
Oh, well,
Just good.
You didn't sound too.
No,
positive.
I mean, no, it was very enjoyable. I watched
It's not
every
Tony the
episode.
Tiger
All right.
Gray.
Out of 10, what do you give it?
The first two seasons are the top notch.
Well, even the season with Michael Rappaport, the last season.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, if you can believe it, Michael Rappaport was actually good. You know what I mean?
He's good.
And
True romance.
Oh, he's not on there screaming about Trump.
No,
He's always on the internet screaming about Donald Trump.
he's just always on the internet screaming. Period.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
That's his
Why would-
thing.
Why bringing up that guy's name? I'll never know.
Yeah, he was in the show. It's a pretty good show, and the big thing is the villain, the guy from that show, The Shield. I can't remember the actor's name.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He's a very good actor. Very
I
good
forget his
character
name
actor.
too. Yes.
Yeah. It's a nice show. It's good.
You happy to bring it back? You gonna give it a shot?
Yeah, sure. I'll give it a shot.
I don't think I finished Justified. I think I was really into it. Watched 2 or 3 seasons. So I will be looking forward to that as well. I'm very happy. Oh no, what do you have, CJH?
What?
Did you know that Anthony Gruber is in Indiana Jones 5?
Is that really him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
if
the guy
that's.
that everyone wanted does solo.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's him.
He's on IMDb.
Okay. Cool. Still isn't solo. But that's cool. That's cool. We do actually have some Indiana Jones news. Do you guys know about this? Do you know what the Indiana Jones news I'm going to bring up?
Is it a spoiler?
No, it's not a spoiler.
Okay.
Rumored
Let me
rewrite.
see- Let me see if I could find it. I thought I had the article.
So unprepared.
I thought I had it up.
Indiana.
You thought it was up.
Indiana Jones.
Oh, I'm gonna have to search Joe Blow now.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I didn't sound
Why don't
right.
you just call this the Joe Blow Show? Max movies.
I was very
Joe Blow.
excited about this. You're gonna, Jimmy John's. No, not Jimmy John's. Google Joe Blow.
What are you hungry?
Joe Blow.
I am
Max
a
has
little
been looking up
hungry.
What's
sandwiches.
Joe Blow? What do you know,
where's-
Joe Blow?
Here it is. Here it is. Wow. I thought I had this saved, but I didn't. Okay. Let me bring this up. This is exciting. I was just talking to Vince about this. Vince. Indiana Jones. Well, I'm more excited about The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones streaming on Disney Plus this month.
Nice.
All 4 Indiana Jones movies and The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones will start streaming on Disney Plus later this month.
There's like one episode where Harrison Ford was in it, and he's in a motorcycle chase in the snow.
Is
It's
that
pretty
right?
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Thomas, that's awesome, man. Jedi Survivor. I'm just waiting until it gets cheap.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to come down in price.
Kong Show.
Wait
Hey,
a
Strange
long
Marvel
time.
Theories. Okay, but I'm probably gonna check this out on Disney Plus. I might do a watch party. I don't know. But have anyone ever seen the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles?
No, I had the
Yes.
McDonald's versions of the VHS tapes
Mhm.
you could buy back in the day.
Yeah. I
And
remember
they
that.
had the trailer for the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles in them.
See, I would
saw the-
prefer they do this type of project instead of Indy 5, honestly.
I remember when McDonald's had a deal with Paramount and they'd sell all kinds of movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm George Takei.
Yeah, this is the one, Thomas. They're just putting the old series. They're not making a new one. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I
He
wish
wants a
they.
new one.
I would have preferred they do a Young Indiana Jones Disney Plus series than a new Indiana Jones movie. Honestly, I'm not against the movie. I'm just saying that's what I would have preferred.
Would you prefer a young Indiana Jones or a young James Bond?
Young James Bond. That's for me personally.
I would rather see a Young Indiana Jones than a Young James Bond.
USA.
But I would like them both. Yeah.
USA.
USA. So that's just giving everyone's a heads up. There's something. Do you think this happened because the writer's strike?
I think that's from the episode that a clip of Harrison Ford. I think.
Yeah.
I also put in the private chat something important DC that you might want to cover.
You see, CJH. Every time I try to get out, Taladia pulls me back in. No, I'm just kidding.
Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes is on HBO Max now. If anyone wants the movie, the animated movie,
Is it good?
I haven't watched it yet.
The
I watched
Supergirl
it.
series or the movie?
No,
It's a movie.
Animated movie.
I'm waiting for
DC
that
animation is
Batgirl
pretty
movie.
good.
Yeah.
Their last couple ones have been hit or miss.
Mm.
From what I
That's
hear.
because they're going all weird.
Yeah, they killed them off from the continuity, and then they started over, right? Bruce? Someone back me up.
They
Didn't they kill it off in Dark Apocalypse?
Justice League.
Yeah, this is a new
reboot-
time
new
thing.
new timeline. They did a Flashpoint thing.
Yeah, but you got movies like Arkham by Gaslight or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
Gotham
those
by
are.
Gaslight. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or-
those.
or those
that's
are
good.
weird.
Was that good?
Elseworld.
I saw the ant where he goes to feudal Japan. That was pretty freaking dope.
Ninja Batman or whatever.
Yeah,
I
that was
care for
pretty
that
good.
one.
That was pretty good. But
Batman
how was the
Ninja,
Gaslight
yeah.
one?
The Constantine animated stuff has been terrific.
Oh, the last original film I watched was Fanboys.
Oh, true.
It took you a while to come up with that one, man.
Dave, you got me. You
That's
got me.
funny. Yeah. All right.
Doesn't matter when.
Maybe we should start a segment with like retro hidden gems because Joe Blow's been doing a good job. I started watching Silverado, and there's this other one that I don't think I've watched.
Black Rain, Ridley
seen
Scott.
Black Rain.
Yes,
Black Rain.
I love Black Rain.
They're saying the best Ridley Scott movie that you never saw. I didn't even know Ridley Scott made this
He
movie.
made Japan look like freaking Blade Runner.
Really?
Yeah, it's incredible.
This
Incredible.
is a good. You're really recommending this movie, to
Just
everyone.
for the visuals, the story is very, very basic. Very basic.
Okay.
You're gonna see all the plot points coming from a mile away, but it's a beautiful looking movie, and it's fun. It's fun. And
Looking back at Ridley Scott's iconic Black Rain, starring Michael Douglas as a cop on the hunt for a bad guy in Japan. A corrupt American cop and his partner Andy Garcia wind up in Japan after a prisoner exchange gone awry.
Awry.
Awry. What did I say?
awry.
That's what I said.
Ori?
That's what I said.
You said Ori or something.
Awry.
Please forgive the guy from Pennsatucky, please.
Yes.
That's the
I
natives.
know.
in,
I know that
New
word. I
Zealand.
know that word too. I don't know why I
I
said
thought it
that.
was like they go to the land in Oz.
Awry.
Awry.
Thank you. With our
Awry.
former cap. Don't clip that out, Perp. Do not clip that out.
What? I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah, you might.
Do it
With
tomorrow.
their former captive cutting a swath through the local Yakuza in an attempt to establish himself as new Tokyo boss. The cops are forced into an uneasy alliance with by-the-book local police inspector Ken Takakura.
There's a cool
1989.
motorcycle chase in the end.
He looks like a badass there. He looks like he's doing a Stallone or a term. Yeah. I remember when Ridley showed us the first cut of the movie. It was about 2 hours and 40 minutes, and it was extraordinary. But this was his first cut. We need the director's cut. And so we all knew that he was going to go in and make the film under 2 hours. I mean, the texture of the movie, the performances, the visuals, the sound we were thrilled. Then Ridley called us back, I don't know, 4 weeks later and showed us a movie that was an hour and 50 minutes long. We looked at him and asked, "What did you do?" And he said, "What do you mean what I do? You took out all the good stuff." What? There's an amazing director's cut? Why did you make it this? He said, but I had to. And he did have to make it under 2 hours. He had to take some of the texture and some of the finest scenes in the movie. So he said, just make it the right length. It doesn't have to be under 2 hours. Just make it the right length. Note, the final cut runs 125 minutes. Okay. Well, there may be a better cut out of this movie. I want to see it now.
It's good.
All right.
It's fun.
Let me see the other scenes here. People have always asked me, what's your favorite movie? And I have to say Black Rain is right up there for the unique qualities of the movie, the execution across the board. Michael Douglas.
Yeah, it's Ridley Scott, and Perp loves it. That's good enough for me to give it a shot.
Yeah, did you know about this movie, Volterra? I didn't know.
I remember hearing about it, but I didn't know it was Ridley Scott, and I haven't seen it. I remember as a kid seeing the ads, and it's raining. I thought it was Chinatown, but I guess they were in Japan, so
Again, it's a very basic movie. It's all about the visuals.
Yeah, but like a late 80s, early 90s action movie. I love those, You can't
even the action's a little like toned down until the very end. There's a great motorcycle chase.
Is it like cyberpunk style?
Yeah, it looks cyberpunk. Like Ridley Scott, the way he shot like Tokyo or Japan, whatever city he shot in.
So you too can get a mug from CJH.
What?
What?
All right, CJJ, I know you want to pimp your merch, but maybe,
At the end of the stream, please, sir. Sponsored by CGH mug.
Yeah, put it in the chat, bro.
It's even microwavable.
I mean,
I got my hat over here.
Aren't you supposed to be wearing it on stream?
I mean, I could try. It's green, so.
So $20 Canadian, that's really about $15 real money, right?
Look at that. We need to full screen that.
That looks problematic somehow.
Now that is
what are you talking about? Problematic.
Very problematic.
That's Canadian, so it's called a toque. It's not a beanie.
What are you talking about?
In Canada, those are called toques, aren't they? CGH.
Look like you got a nipple on your head.
Nipple head.
The way you're wearing it.
Like a little sucker.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, you guys are assholes.
Pull it down.
No, leave it. Please leave it.
I'm putting my hood back on. I wear it out.
All right. You know what to do, chat.
I might.
Send money so we can wear it. So
I got to tell you, that really does look like a reservoir tip on the top of your head, brother.
Please,
But
chat,
I
send
like
money
it.
so he has
Good
to
luck.
wear it.
I mean, Little Movie Pepper will make a clip from that. Sorry, Max, it's gonna happen.
Oh God. All right. This stream went awry.
The magical land of Ari.
You gotta start talking about James Gunn, and then all the viewers will come.
I mean, I could, yeah. Listen, I knew when I was going to talk about Conan, that's not going to get a lot of viewers, but you know, I want to have variety here. I don't want to just talk about the same thing.
Or you know what you could do?
Conan's base
thumbnail should have James Gunn on it, just because.
James Gunn doing Conan.
Yeah, just James Gunn yelling at Arnold Schwarzenegger.
James Gunn as Conan.
And Henry Cavill.
Oh,
CJ
CJ
Cavill on every single thumbnail.
Perfect. Do you still have the AI? I'll say, you know what? I need a James Gunn as Conan. And you make it for me through AI. Absolutely perfect, CJH. And you're like, James Gunn's going to be in every thumbnail. Absolutely. Yes.
If you really want to set people off,
I disavow.
Do an AI of Jennifer Holland as Conan.
No, I don't want to do that.
Oh my God.
No,
yeah,
thanks.
because you know, King Kong, what they're going to add, he needs to pass the torch. You know, for Arnold. They're going to pass the torch.
Daniel Radcliffe is Conan.
No. No, that's what CGH would want.
Yeah, that's something.
He loves Daniel Radcliffe. I don't know why. Okay, this is quite interesting. What is this about? Hold on a second. A Disney Plus drop.
What are you talking about now?
A Disney Plus drop. They're dropping all of Echo.
Big
drop. Yeah, I
Massive
heard about
drop.
this. So they're dropping all episodes.
A big dump.
They're dropping all episodes
They're
of
dropping it.
Echo.
One massive dump.
They drop it because it's hot.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah, I
like
saw
it's hot.
Crazy Joe complaining about this and another series about them dropping it.
Well,
Really?
all episodes
wrong
of
with
Echo,
this?
the upcoming
Different.
Hawkeye spinoff will premiere on Disney Plus at once this winter, a first for the company.
Interesting choice.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, interesting way of doing it for in terms of Disney. And
I
Marvel.
love it personally, but it's
Yeah, me
completely
too.
different for them.
I think they want those binge numbers like Netflix gets.
They're experimenting. They're using this as an experiment.
Is it? I'm always suspicious when people do this. Like, do they feel like the first few episodes are boring? So let's pump them all together so people don't say ugh and don't give up on the series too quick.
All they need to do to get hype is keep the same time that they, as the official time when we're dropping the new episodes of the Disney Plus shows, like at 3 a.m. Eastern. But actually release them early and they get people hyped. It's up early. And that would help their streaming numbers.
I think they should do
release it at like 9 p.m. Eastern time the prior night.
Exactly like HBO does with Game of Thrones. This way everybody's anticipating.
Yeah.
I think that's smarter too, truthfully.
Drop it, or say the official time's this, so you're not actually, and then just drop it early.
I get people James Gunn Conan.
What?
Your James Gunn Conan.
He
Okay.
Oh, you do.
Listen. Okay. Oh Jesus! We are jumping around the main problem.
What is that?
What's our biggest complaint about these Disney Plus shows?
It's like Stephen Colbert.
The middle of them sucks.
Yeah, middle sucks. Yeah.
So when you're going week to week on a show where the middle sucks, are you going to keep watching till the end, or are you just going to like wait? And then what's the other thing we say when we're done watching these shows? Man, I wish I had just binged it.
Yeah.
Kenobi.
What they should have done is not told anyone in advance that they were going to just drop it like that. They should have said Echo premieres November 29th, and then just you found out by watching. Oh, it's the whole show.
Well, you know the narrative is going to be they have no faith in this show, so they're dumping it.
Well,
I kind of think they have no faith in this show. To be honest,
I do
that.
No, I do too.
All these shows have been ass.
Hold on.
Like waiting to week on this shit. Come on now.
Hold on.
I do too. Voltaire and Bruce Fur. They think they're sacrificing this show as an experiment to see.
They may not have faith in the numbers, but this doesn't mean they don't have faith in the show. They just don't have faith that there's an audience for the show. I think it's more likely.
That's a very diplomatic way of saying it. The same thing that they don't have faith in the show. But
They're maximizing.
But I think that implies the quality of the show, right?
So they don't. I think they know that this isn't going to be set the world on fire. Let's say it like that. It's not going to be a dumpster fire, but no one's really hype about this except the characters that might cameo.
And it could be they dumped it because it's that good. They want everyone to experience the whole thing if they can at once.
I think they want to get the hype.
Really short.
I'm just making the argument, like in terms of, I understand that, and I probably agree in terms of the numbers aren't there for this character.
They probably want to get the hype to the special cameo to the Daredevil stuff the first night. Yeah,
I wish they had done this with Mandalorian.
But people were pumped to see Mandalorian, though. Yeah, people ditched it, but people were pumped for it. Who's pumped to see this show? Honestly, and I like the character. Although the fact that they dumped it, I might just like check it out. You know,
massive.
And I have the choice to just let go if I'm not digging it.
That's what this clip out's going to be.
Not waiting, you know.
Echo series becomes a massive dump on Disney Plus.
I
don't know. I think they also want to. I think they want to experiment with the binge model, and they also want the hype of the Daredevil cameo. So they're just gonna.
I think the AI turned out something problematic.
When does this release?
I said James Gunn.
Yeah, when does this release? This gap on Disney. This gap on Disney.
That's gonna get me. What? That's gonna get me demonetized. AI's ist.
Yeah. Let it sink in.
What the hell's up with AI?
Welcome back to another episode of Geeks and Gamers.
Hey-o.
See what I did there?
Entertainment.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, these people at Disney Plus, this gap.
That's what the channel used to be called.
Okay, yeah. This gap they have right now, that there's nothing on Disney Plus. It's just they don't know what they're doing. I got to tell you, sometimes I think these people don't know what the heck they're doing over there. I don't know how they have a gap right now. They should always be having something on new. They should try to own Wednesday night, which they've sort of, adopted as their release night or whatever it is, Thursday, Wednesday, midnight, Do
you really think they should have something on all the time when people are complaining that they're pumping out too much content and the quality is not there?
Brucifer, that's a dumb complaint. I'm not saying you're dumb. I'm saying that's a dumb complaint. No, nobody. I mean, like HBO always has something going on Sunday night. You know what I mean? They're going to be putting out this new the Secret Invasion. When's that coming out? Next month? It's like, why isn't that out now?
Well, why isn't they have other content they're trying to push. Everything doesn't have to be Marvel and Star Wars all the time.
What are they pushing right now?
I don't know. I don't watch Disney Plus that much.
Thank you.
There you go.
Well,
High School Musical, the musical. Damn it.
Unfortunately, this writer strike is going too long. It's really starting.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is a shame, Voltaire. I want to see the Penguin show.
Me too.
But
I'm looking forward to that.
I mean,
Wow,
if
the
they
best
stop
Batman
now,
ever.
if they stop now and this lasts months and months, they're going to have to alter the release plans for the Penguin show. I don't know what they're going to do.
I think they still have time.
Oh man, this is not good. Not good. All right. So Warner Brothers halts production on Robert Pattinson's Batman spinoff show. We thought it was going to be all right. I thought it was going to be all right. It was already under production. The WGA strike has officially entered its second week as the writers of Hollywood look to strike a new deal with studios like Warner Brothers and Disney. Because of this, number of titles in the pre-production process have been stymied, with projects like Marvel Studios' Blade being put on ice for the time being. This has also impacted a number of movies and series in the middle of filming as members. So I was hoping that maybe stuff that was already in production, but no.
I thought this was halted because people were picketing the set.
Well, that might be it. A member.
Are you serious?
In the middle of filming, as members of the WJ on production staffs headed to picket lines in support of their fellow professionals, they walked out. Even some being halted because of strikers themselves blocking filming.
Oh God!
So that's what's happening. It didn't need to be. It's because, they're standing in solidarity with others striking.
Do you guys know what market saturation is with employees?
I don't think it knows what that.
What do you mean, Brian?
If everybody grows up and wants to be a YouTube star, that there's no point in being a YouTube star anymore.
What? I have 14 viewers. What are you talking about?
Well, I might be suggesting that, maybe there's too many people trying to be writers.
I don't know.
No, there's not enough writers,
and it's not it's making the price, go down because there's just too many people.
I don't think I understand what you're saying, Brian, but I don't necessarily think that's the problem.
I think after COVID, they cut the number of writers in the room.
Supply and demand kind of situation.
I tend to agree with Brian. I think that all these big universities, Harvard, Yale, there's people graduating from there all the time wanting to be Hollywood writers. So I think there's an abundance. Why else do they?
I think there's an overabundance of people trying to be Hollywood writers right now.
Well, who doesn't? There's got to be a lineup of people.
Of course. I mean that's the pinnacle. I mean, why would you get into writing and not want to do that? It makes total sense. I'm just saying, it's dude, the world, it's kind of like the line from Caddyshack. The world needs ditch diggers too,
Ouch.
And I mean, it doesn't mean they're all quality. There's certainly a lot of quantity out there. That's the thing.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is I would prefer more quality writing than as opposed to too many writers trying to insert their whatever. Does that make any sense?
If that's what was going on. But I don't necessarily.
I'm just saying it has a. I'm sure there's a correlation there.
From what I've heard is from the switch from syndicated TV with commercials where you have filler episodes and then you go.
I was on the same stream. I heard what they were saying about it. I understand the method. I'm just saying that there might be another wrinkle to this that people haven't considered.
Okay. All right. Well, let me see what this is about Deadline. We have spoken truth to Penguin. The WGA Dawn Patrol has shut Penguin down for the day. No more folks needed in Sleepy Hollow. WGA strong. So they're interfering with productions now.
That makes me want to go to Sleepy Hollow, New York now.
How do you feel about that part? That they're not only striking, but they're interfering with productions that have the writing done already. How do you feel about that?
I can find other ways to entertain myself.
It's a tool that they have available to them. I mean, they're trying to get their rights. They have a right to strike, and they're using all the tools and weapons at their disposal, and this is one of them. I mean, it's not whether it's right or wrong. It is what it is. They're going to do it. They know that. This would eventually happen, but I guess they feel they're not getting enough traction, so they said we got to stop current productions to really get their attention.
Okay.
Well, and in a few weeks, everyone is going to be picketing because everyone's contracts come up. Actors.
Oh yeah.
You know.
If they don't have a resolution to this first one, and then the Screen Actors, then the Directors Guilds too. Oh my God, this is not going to end well. Have they ever gone on strike at the same time?
I have no idea.
Perp, do you know if they've gone on strike?
Nope.
This is
I have no
pretty.
idea.
This is.
I can't imagine they would let the. I mean, they would allow that to happen. That just would be disastrous.
I don't think this has ever happened where all three strikes have happened at the same time.
I say bring it on. Let's go, YouTubers. No, step up your shit, man. Be more entertaining. Screw Hollywood, man.
Yeah.
I talk about Hollywood every day.
Well, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should be more original.
Maybe we should be making our own movies. Let's do our.
Yes.
Let's
make our own movies, dude.
I have a few original movies I would like to show to the panel.
Let's do it. Film Festival, MME Film Festival,
Christopher's Hard Drive.
Film Festival, MME Film Festival, MME Film Festival.
I'm down. Let's go.
Well,
Everyone has
Perp,
to show something.
you can't make a movie. You can't write a movie and direct right now because you're in the guild.
I know.
I'm blessed as well.
But
How
not a
would
little
you
movie
write?
perp.
Wait,
Little
MME is going to be a bunch of scabs. Let's go.
No,
movie
but
perp gives you a movie.
Wait.
Wow, we might actually have to watch movies and review them on stream.
Man, is that talking about behind the scenes bullshit?
Max wouldn't know what.
Yes.
Oh my
No,
God,
no,
what
no,
a concept!
but guys,
I already
sure.
struggled with my first comic book review because it's sleepy.
Guys, I was gonna say how
he needs to finish the movie.
Right?
That's gonna be
How
the
will
hardest
little
part.
movie how will little movie Pip write a movie? He's got little hands. He's got baby hands.
Hey,
Oh my God.
Come on, man. Why do you have to go there?
That's a low.
I'll tell
They don't
little
move either.
movie rapper.
I can't move them
Raptor.
either. Huh?
I'll tell this little movie perp.
3 foot.
What?
3 foot.
Jeez. You can't even reach.
I
accurate raptor.
I think it's listen, I want them to get with I think it's uncool to mess with in production stuff. I think it's uncool to
People are
interfere
just
there.
trying to do their jobs, man.
Now it's uncool because it's a Batman and you wanted this show.
Yeah, it is.
You call me.
If it had been anything else, Max would have been
Because
like, yeah.
but
God,
writers.
don't forget when Sean was here, the Teamsters are going there's solidarity
Yep, the
in other
Teamsters are
unions
off the sets
going
too.
on, and it was bound to happen.
It doesn't.
And there's a lot
know
of pressure.
who Dr.
But that's
Doom
why it
is.
hasn't affected like Daredevil, right? Because remember how I said they flew over? There's a lot of pressure for people still working in productions to go to work and see like their peers out there, like trying to get their stuff. You know,
AI doesn't know what Dr. Doom is.
Oh, AI.
Little movie Pep's little hands.
Name of the show, Little Movie Perps. Little.
Can you
movie
put
Perps.
in
Perp, we saw a picture of Perp. He had his face blurred, but he was next to the fall guy, and you're at least you're 6 feet at least, I would think.
Oh, I thought we were talking about a
Solidarity.
Raptor persona.
Okay, so
I thought I was too.
Reyes solidarity with the writers. Okay, I understand. I don't like them interfering with the. I guess I'm being selfish. I want my.
It's
time.
Perp. He's hanging out at the set. Get out of here! You're not allowed. He's blocking everybody.
Whoa! Oh, badass.
That's pretty dope.
Is that like Doctor Doom with the
It's
Punisher?
I guess it doesn't know what Dr. Doom looks like.
It's like Doctor Doom mixed with what's the one from Black Widow?
The bad version of the Taskmaster.
Taskmaster, yeah.
Okay. Well, we could talk more about video games for sure.
Oh yeah, there's a lot I gotta talk about video games.
Oh yeah.
Summer Game Fest is right around the corner, guys.
Yeah.
So, and Jeff Keighley did a Twitter space today.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
well, before you guys get to that, I'm gonna head out. It was awesome talking to you guys.
Okay.
Enjoy the conversation.
I know you don't like gaming as much, so
I love gaming. What are you talking about? No, I have to go.
Okay,
All right,
thanks
have a
for
good one.
Later.
Have a good one.
Later, guys.
see you later. Yeah,
Okay.
so I think Jeff Keighley did the Twitter space. I was listening in on it, and he did go
Hey,
over.
give me an AI idea.
If you
Yeah,
try-
I can give you an idea.
A raptor at the writer's strike.
little movie Pep,
The WGA writer's strike.
baby hands.
Raptor striking.
I got no sorry. It's just...
All right.
I was gonna say something, but I'll get everyone in trouble.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't get us in trouble.
But yeah, so what's his name? Jeff Keighley basically went over the details for Summer Game Fest. He was very, very careful in what he was saying over video games, like what is going to be announced there. But he is excited.
I'm sorry, Claudia. For those of us who know, who is Jeff Keighley?
Jeff Keighley is the person that used to run E3. He does the Video Game Awards. He runs the Video Game Awards ceremony.
Okay.
That has the
He
world
created the
premiere.
Video Game Awards. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so he's a big wheel in the gaming industry. Okay. I get
Yeah,
it.
he basically,
The number one show.
number one show. Well, he's the number one guy that's friends with Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Hideo Kojima is, I don't know.
don't.
Hideo Kojima is the guy who did Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
Everybody acts like he's a video game creation god of some sort.
Well, if he did
His
more
storytelling
movies,
is amazing.
yeah,
Yes.
he's
And
one
he's
of the
been very
first.
reluctant to let Metal Gear be made into a movie, right? He's had
Yeah.
opportunities.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord!
They probably would ruin it.
Seth freaking Rollins, baby.
I respect that.
Miss Marvel, we love Miss Marvel here, EVS. We love her, and she'll be back. She'll be back, EVS. Don't get too happy. I still have to review your comic. I did a comic review the other day. I still got to review your comic, but we stand with Miss Marvel, EVS. We stand with Miss Marvel. You know.
But do you stand with
Kamala Khan for president 2024.
Oh God! EVS put out a video today where he was reading, where he does these videos where he
I'll be
reads
right back.
where he reads people's Twitter fights. I got to tell you, EVS, it just makes me laugh. I was in
really?
the office. I was laughing like a madman. It was hilarious.
She'll be back, EVS. She'll be back.
Do you stand with the
They're always
raptor?
up. Look at those baby hands.
That's amazing. A raptor.
Look at those baby hands.
Let's look at this. All right, we get it, Ethan. We get it, Ethan. We're not happy over here. I'm so unhappy with it. I'm not even going to let you on this time. Nope.
Oh,
I don't want him to gloat about. Should we?
God.
I don't know.
Let's talk about Seth freaking Rollins.
Probably not. Probably.
You know, strong opinions, Max. It says it in your.
You
intro.
just said that I need to branch out and do more content, and not just thought, okay, this is about comics, Brian.
Okay, that's not branching out. We talk about comics all the time.
All right. Well, it's not just about movies.
It's all good, dude. It's your show. Do your thing.
All right. We're kind of slow anyway. Let me see. That's if he wants to come on. Maybe he doesn't want to come on and gloat. I don't know. I really like Miss Marvel.
Let's hear the opposing view.
All right.
I'm cool on culture war tonight, bro.
I'm cool on culture war tonight. Yes. Well, I'm a free agent. I don't care as long as I like the character. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I watch CNN and I watch, Fox. You gotta hear all sides, in my opinion, to form your own educated opinion.
What is this, CJH?
Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 2.
There's two Wonder Woman.
Just stop.
It looks great. See, AI is going to continue it.
Get the exacerbation cut.
Oh, the human sunbeam is here to celebrate the death of Miss Marvel. Are you really that happy, EVS?
No, I'm not. I gotta be honest with you.
Really?
It's never good when a beloved young comic book character dies.
Yeah.
Taken too soon. And I know a lot of people right now on Twitter are very, very upset. They're crying. And I offer my sympathies to them.
You know what, though? No one's ever really gone.
Well, it's comics. I mean, it's absurd, You know what this means, though, in a way? I realize that it's like, the early 2000s, late 90s and early 2000s, the way that they got sales was to kill characters. They did Death of Colossus, Death of Rogue, Death of Spider-Man. They did a lot of those kind of Death of they're almost pornographic, and they're sort of like horror, like
because they killed off Superman, so they
Superman
recreate this.
Yeah, Superman sold so well. The death of Superman was such a huge sales event that they just started killing off all their IPs, and nobody stayed dead. And basically, it just became absurd. Like nobody cared anymore, and like those event issues where they kill characters just stopped happening. And instead, instead of killing them, they all became homosexual. So that's like over the past like couple of years, 3 years. Oh, so and so is gay. This thing's gay. This thing is asexual.
Yes.
Wonder Woman is trans. Aqua glad. All
You're
these
making that stuff up.
No, it's true. Like that's basically what they did instead of to get attention, and they made everybody homosexual. So or like just non-breeding. I don't even know if they're all gay, but none of them are going to breed. Which is a shame for Jonathan Kent, who was the last surviving Kryptonian. Eventually, he's not going to reproduce. So that's good. 8 billion Kryptonians cry out in horror as they realize that the last hope. I thought the S stood for hope. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
They'll figure something out. They'll figure something out.
Yeah, there's hope for somebody.
You came in hot already. Wow.
Well, I just have some things to say about it, and that's what I wanted to say. Like, I think that maybe this Kamala Khan death thing signals that we might be. I didn't put this in my video, but think about this. Like, is it possible that we're shifting away from gay event storytelling and then moving back towards let's just kill all these gay characters that we created?
No.
Excuse me.
What?
That's what I think is going on.
Miss Marvel isn't. I mean, maybe she is. I don't know. I didn't look into it that much. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what did you think? Have you heard about the new Superman?
No.
Superman casting, James Gunn Superman casting.
Oh, did they actually assign somebody? They told you who it's going to be?
Well, you know how James Gunn debunks people on Twitter?
Yeah.
This time he didn't say no. He's just like, I don't like to comment on people that do auditions because what if they don't get it? So
yeah, let me see. Like, what did they say? What did he say? Well, what did them say?
So yes, they did. It's as far as we could tell, it's just a heterosexual Superman. There's always the chance that they can make him gay, though. I'll hold out hope for you, Ethan. So you could complain about it.
I hope so.
You hope so?
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. And I think they are getting a female Lois.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah. All right. So here is the actor that's most likely going to be the next Superman. What's your initial thoughts?
Well, he looks very young. I understand James Gunn likes him young. So that's
oh God. Yes.
Much
are you
younger
talking
than...
about are you talking about the parties or what? Was it a joke?
Well, I'm just saying, like Henry Cavill, not happening, but
yeah,
Bryan Singer too, two Superman directors, fond of
youth.
What I say?
You're putting him in the same category as Bryan Singer?
Yeah, it's a little different.
I didn't put him there. I mean, I think
parties
he did. Yeah.
Parties did.
He looks good, man. He looks like he could be Superman. Sure.
Yeah. Are you excited about this project? This is the first one they're going to make under the new DCU.
See, I think like the thing is, I'm not excited about any of this. I tolerate it. If it's good, I might go see it. I might. Probably won't. The thing about like most of these superhero movies, and I don't know if you agree with this or not, Max, if you don't go see them the day of their release, they're basically like stale donuts. Like you can't go, like, what are you going to go watch Shazam now? Like no, it's old. What are you going to watch Ant-Man Quantumania now? Why? Why would you do that? For what reason? It's old. These movies age like salads. They age. They don't age well. So I don't care. Like I guess like I hope James Gunn's successful. I hope he makes a movie based on my stuff, so I can. So DC has to grudgingly cut me another huge check.
Yeah.
But I don't care. The kid looks good. I would just look at it objectively like that and go, yeah, that child looks good. He's going to be a good Superman for James Gunn.
Let me see if I got the Lois. Let me see if we got the.
Oh, by the way, I put something in the chat. You probably want to be thing after this topic.
Oh no! Hold on a second. Here we go. You like the Fabulous Miss Maisel? It's on Amazon. No. Okay. Well, the actress is the front runner for Lois.
Okay.
So let me show you what Lois might look like here.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Perfect. Okay.
Rachel
Brosnahan.
Yeah, can't complain. And I like the pictures that they chose, I guess, from prior projects for each of these characters, each of these actors and actresses, because that's perfect. That looks like a 1940s Lois.
Yeah.
That's good.
We could probably look at James Gunn top 5 comic book movies of all time. And then while we're here, maybe we'll join in. Ethan, you even though you don't watch as much as you used to, do you have a top 5 comic book movies?
Yeah, I do. Superman 1, Superman 2, Superman 3.
Oh, really?
Superman 4, and then Batman Returns.
Batman Returns over Batman?
Yeah, Batman was kind of boring in my opinion. It's hard to watch, but I would say Batman Returns just because I like the opening scene where he's in the Batmobile and he's effing up the circus freaks and he's doing it sadistically and he's enjoying himself.
So AI, I put in the prompt EVS as Homelander.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That one on the left is pretty good.
What do you think?
Well, I think they captured my physique very well. My hairline, all that. Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
that's a real tribute to EVS. That's very nice.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Where's our boy? Where's movie perp? Where'd he go?
He had an early night. Man, this writer strike's going a long time, Ethan. Hollywood's done for. They're done for.
Well, I mean, it's just a bad time to be doing this when basically robots can do these people's job. AI,
Well, not the whole job, but yeah, it's going to make them where instead of they're doing the whole script, they'll be refining a script that AI started. That's probably what's going to happen. I don't think this is going to be over for quite some time because the screen actors and then the directors are up next, and they haven't resolved the first strike. They've never had all of them strike at the same time, Ethan.
Yeah, I'll just point out. I'll just say, like here and now, like Comicsgate's perfectly willing to scab for these perverts. Like we'll step in.
Wait! I can't have you say they're all because they're
Hollywood. No, Hollywood.
Not all of them. Not all of them. I'm sure there's some there. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely cross that picket line.
Strikes is that they give into the demands and then they raise the prices on everything. So it's almost as if nothing happened.
Yeah, the prices are going up. I saw Guardians 3. Any interest in that one, Ethan?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I like James Gunn,
Okay.
I think he does good stuff. Yeah.
Well, here's his top 5 of all time.
Just from Warner Brothers vaults of the actual original costumes. I think the costume work's really good, and it's just without frills, because today people have seen a lot of different superhero costumes. So it's how do you make it look?
All right,
oh my gosh, I don't know how many superhero movies I've made at this point. Something like 6 or 7. I guess if you include the movies I produced, like the Avengers movies, then it's really a lot.
Okay, number 5.
Hopefully he gives
Deadpool.
Batman his white eyes.
Yeah. Did you like Deadpool? Did you see Deadpool, Ethan? Any affinity for the character Deadpool?
No.
No, why?
I don't know. It's just one of those movies. Maybe I saw pieces of it.
No, I mean, do you like the comic?
Joe Madureira did a Deadpool miniseries, obviously in the early '90s, that I thought was tremendous, and it really launched his career. I wish he continued to draw like that, like he was drawing like Art Adams kind of, but more fluid, a little more rubbery, and it was terrific. I don't know. He's not really. A little of Deadpool goes a long way, in my opinion. Same with Harley Quinn.
All right.
You don't need too much of that.
Well, here you'll probably agree with him here.
Ryan's such a funny guy. I think it along with like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man or Christopher Reeve as Superman. He's one of the all-time great comic book, icons.
I don't know about that.
Number 4.
산 거 맞죠?
Old Boy. What?
Really
I've
watch
never
something?
really even seen Old Boy. I know about it, but I've never really seen it.
I think he was attracted to the title first, probably, and then.
There's no evidence that James Gunn is involved in any of that kind of nonsense.
But he's joking about it. I don't listen. All right, I'm going to put you on the spot because you keep joking. You don't really think James Gunn is into that. You're just joking because of the perception of him, right?
No, it's not a perception of him. It's that he continually made jokes where he placed himself in the role of child abuser.
Yeah,
it's one thing to make.
Disgusting. Yeah,
it's one thing to make pedophile jokes, and then you're like, I'm the victim of pedophilia. Like that would be one thing. But when you make pedophile jokes and you're the perpetrator of child abuse, that is strange. And then to do it over and over and over and over again, and exist in the grimy world of the Hollywood underworld, which he definitely was making these. Where did he work before this whole thing on the
Trauma?
Yeah. It's just not a good look, man. I hate to use a phrase like that. It's not a good look because I don't know what to think. What am I supposed to give you the benefit of a doubt? Like what the fuck, man?
Well, he has apologized for it, and
I know.
And he hasn't. That behavior hasn't continued.
I know, right? He hasn't made jokes about it. I still don't know, what the hell prompted him to make those jokes in the first place. It's weird, man. It's just a weird thing. Mm-hmm. Like pedophilia is rampant in Hollywood, so Hollywood people should not be joking about it at all. If they don't want people like Taladia Place to be like, wait a second, dude.
Yeah,
like, what are you up to?
I don't.
What did I do? What did I do?
I don't like.
No, you're against pedophilia.
Yeah, you're against pedophilia.
Everyone should be. Yes, everyone should be. Yes.
All right. No, I don't. I hope he isn't. Like I operate under the assumption that he isn't now, and I like James Gunn. So but I mean, if it turned out that he was, I would be like, I knew it. I'd be like, I knew it all along.
Okay.
So that's how we work.
Then he would no longer support his Superman.
Right.
Why would you bring that up, CJH? The Tom Hanks rumors.
Who did that? I didn't do that.
No, CJH brought it up.
Oh, okay.
All right. So there you go. A long way to get to the part where Ethan says, I don't believe he is.
Wait, who left?
Brian. I think Brian.
I think Brian says tapped out. I think
Brian's like, I'm not having this stuff.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out of here. All right, I understand. I'm just speaking the truth, though. That's all.
No, I agree. Listen, Ethan said he doesn't think, but he wouldn't be surprised. That's a fair response, and there's people that still have an issue with James Gunn.
Right.
That's fair for that, because if you looked at that stuff,
Jay Casali, I know, he's like, dude, that was years ago. People change. Well, I don't think people stop being pedophiles. I think people might stop joking about it. But I kind of just I go, okay, I'm just going to move forward, assuming that wasn't true, that you were just joking. And the reason why is because I used to make Nazi jokes all the time, and I am not a Nazi. So, to me, it's like, it's only fair that I just say, okay, you're saying that you're not, and you apologize, and all right, I'm going to extend you the same grace that I wish was extended to me. And I think that's fine. But again, if it turned out that I was a Nazi, wouldn't that be funny? And if it turned out that he was a pedophile, wouldn't that be funny too?
No, that's not funny.
That's right. But I'm just saying, you'd be like, I knew it, because he joked about it all the time.
Then I couldn't have you then I wouldn't have you on the show anymore if I knew that.
Of
or
course.
I thought that.
That's exactly right. That's how we must proceed.
Yeah.
The joke you made.
Just to give everyone a heads up, we are definitely demonetized this tonight. YouTube's been demonetizing every stream lately.
Send super chats.
It's all right. It's all right. We're fine. It's slow. It's slow because of the strike anyway. But I wanted to see what's in here in his top 5. Old Boy, History of Violence.
That was a great movie, wasn't it?
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, you like that too? You like that too?
Oh, this is comic book movies. Okay, I was thinking superhero movies. Comic book movies is different. History of Violence, very good. Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen that. Because of what I heard, it's that intense.
Yeah, it is.
All right, let's see. Let's at least hear what he says about Superman because he is also directing Superman.
Please, yeah.
Superman. Oh, that music will get me. Warner Brothers. There we go. I have to rewatch it again.
So good, man.
I haven't watched.
We'll use that music.
I'm going to have to go with a movie that changed my life, and that's Richard Donner's Superman. This one is important to me historically. It's a great movie, but it was also a movie I saw as a kid that affected my life a lot. And I remember seeing it at Paris Cinema in Manchester, Missouri, when it was first released. Strangely, the same exact theater that Jim Lee, who went on to create so many great comics characters, saw it in St. Louis because we're both from there.
Which comic characters, which great comic characters did Jim Lee create? Let's hold on and back up a minute here. What, the Wildcats? Can you, who did Jim Lee create? Hold on a second.
You're calling him out?
No, I'm saying like Jim Lee's a great artist and a good designer. But I mean, is he a comic book creator? Like, did he create Gambit?
Hush.
Beside Wild
Gambit's a big one.
EVS, I'm with you. I don't know exactly what characters he created. I do know Wildcats.
Didn't he do Batman Hush?
Hush, he said. Yeah, Hush is going. Characters that Jim Lee created. Let's get a list here and see if they're good. Grifter. Okay, Gambit is a big one. So I got to eat my words there. Omega Red, Bishop. Holy shit. Right. I take it back. I absolutely eat my words.
But at DC, what did he want to see create at DC though?
I mean, I guess just Hush. Characters created by Jim Lee. I'm not counting any of the Wildstorm stuff because most of that was just rip-offs of Marvel and DC characters, in my opinion. Yeah, that's about it. Gambit is huge, though. That's a major one. Obviously, he's going to be seeing cash for that for the rest of his life. And
Bishop's
Omega
going to
Red.
be around too. And
Bishop.
Omega Red, yeah.
Bishop, yeah. 3 big ones. Okay. Sorry, Jim.
Sorry, Jim.
When we're wrong, we admit it.
All right.
St. Louis because we're both from there. But I was taken up in this movie, and I remember when I was a child, I had seen Star Wars, and that was like such a big magical moment for me. And this was the next big magical movie.
Oh, you got me too quick. There you go. Oh, she was a great Lois too.
Yeah. You got me. Who's got you?
Doing now, they're going through tons and tons of actors to see who captures that spirit. The thing they don't talk about much when they talk about Christopher Reeve, they talk about his pureness, his hope, his goodness. They talk about, the way that he plays Clark is so different from the way he plays Superman and how he can turn that on in an instant.
Oh, I remember watching the news when Christopher Reeve had his accent. That was so sad.
You know what? The way he's describing Superman, though, that gives you a lot of hope for this new reboot he's doing.
Yes.
It gives me slight fear too, though, that
What?
they're gonna do too much of an homage like Superman Returns was. Even though I like Superman Returns, it was like
That was the other alleged pedophile, Bryan Singer, who did that. Like this guy, I think he's gonna go because I think it's been done before. Like Bryan Singer did an homage to Christopher Reeve's Superman, and it was first of all. It was a good impersonation, but on the other hand, that movie was corrupt as hell. The idea that, Superman's a deadbeat dad, had a baby with Lois out of wedlock and then abandoned Earth to go find pieces of Krypton. It's so evil. And then Superman's kid, hits Lex Luthor with a piano. Like, Superman's kid's even a murderer. Like, the whole thing was corrupt and ugly and really came from a sick pervert.
Yeah.
Well,
I understand your point there about him being a deadbeat dad. Doesn't yeah. But did he? I can't remember. It's been so long since I watched it. Did he know he was a father, or did he come back and realize?
He did not. No, he didn't know that he did not know in the movie. He had no idea that he had a son until.
What do you mean? Like he was spying on Lois right out the window. Like he was.
No.
Remember that?
Yeah, I know he was spying outside the window, but he had no idea that the son was his son, basically.
Now, Talati is a Superman lover, Ethan, so he knows these things.
Do you think they should make a Superman movie in the style of the Batman, but lighter and more helpful?
I think that Superman's got to be his own unique thing, don't you? I really think that this is the proper tone. The thing that you have to do with Superman is you have to make him extremely lovable. He has to be likable, and Christopher Reeve had that in spades. And the other thing you got to do is you've got to make that Man of Steel failed at badly. Is that Superman is here to save the day, and that means saving you as a person. He would save a cat from a tree. He would take a million punches from General Zod to save your life. You know what I mean? Like, he puts other people ahead of himself. And that's Superman. The thing that about Man of Steel that bothered me so much is that everyone, like, he was letting people die all around him. I didn't see him save anyone. You know, like, he was just like so involved in
guy.
Ethan, don't let Comic Lead hear you say that, because he'll debate that with you.
I don't know how. Like, I watched it in the movie theater. I was really stressed out, like that he wasn't saving people. And, you know, again, like that, the thing about this is let's not forget, like, this is written, this is fiction that was created and constructed. You can write it so that Superman saves people and still wins, like beats the bad guy. You can write that. You're supposed to write that when you're writing Superman. So I hope this is good. James Gunn, I think he's saying all the right things, but we'll see.
I kind of know what he's gonna pick as his number one.
You do? I don't. You think it's be Iron Man?
No, I saw a list before I watched the video.
Oh, okay.
I like this movie, but that's everything's subjective, right?
Better not be Watchmen.
No.
I mean, the Superman the movie essentially defined superhero movies for its day, right?
Yeah, like the Superman movie again, like, it's so sophisticated. We actually got a real piece of cinema, like, written by Mario Puzo, directed by Richard Donner, starring Marlon Brando. I mean, that's like Americana there, starring Glenn Ford. Really just an unbelievable cast, an unbelievable creative team behind that movie. And it resonates, and it's going to stand the test of time. It is as important a movie as Casablanca is to American cinema. So that's the difference between that movie and everything else that he's talking about here. They're good popcorn munchers, including number one. But Superman is a classic that'll stand the test of time.
Agreed. Like, okay. I mean, there's no doubt about that. That's why
I honestly would take Man of Steel over it, though. Me personally. But I love both.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Man of Steel. Zack Snyder's Man of Steel.
You like Man of Steel better than Superman?
Yes.
I like both.
Superman 1. I love Christopher Reeves. I love it, but I also watched all of Smallville. I like it is a different vibe of Superman. I love it. It's a different version.
All right.
It's it's okay. BVS. I've recently come to admit this, Ethan, that BVS and The Last Jedi are some of the most divisive nerd films of all time. Batman v Superman and Last Jedi.
Yeah.
As The Last Jedi was like the mainline Luke, where a lot of people didn't feel that represented how Luke should be at that point in time, or they didn't do their job to tell you how Luke got there. He's supposed to be a new hope. He has hope for everyone, including his father that did horrible things. But even the thought of his nephew doing something bad, he's going to kill him with a lightsaber in a tent. That doesn't make sense to me.
It was no fun. I think the main thing about Last Jedi was that it was no fun. And Force Awakens was kind of fun. I left the theater seeing Force Awakens like, hey, I got to see all my friends again, but I feel sick in my heart. I don't know why I feel sick, but I don't feel good about this. And then Last Jedi was just a complete downer. Just a complete downer.
Whereas we waited, as Star Wars fans and as Luke Skywalker fans, we waited how many years to see the continuation of Luke?
Yeah,
but you have Superman then. Well, let me finish, CJ. But we have Superman though, and there's been so many versions of him already, and I kind of want to see something different and unique and a unique take, and deconstruct. And he still has hope. He kills Zod in the movie, but it was painful to do it. He did to save other lives.
Why didn't he do it sooner if he was going to do it at all? It's an ultimate
as a
failure.
last resort. A last resort.
Well,
and plus, like in the movie as well, like after the movie, you kind of see the repercussions of his actions.
Well, let Ethan respond though, because he doesn't, and then CJH. Ethan, go. Ethan, go ahead.
Well, I
You
just
don't like that
again, like if Metropolis had to go because Superman was unwilling to, aside from the fact that he wasn't saving any lives, if he didn't want to take any life, he didn't want to take Zod's life. Zod was only there because of him in the first place. Like, basically, if Superman never came to Earth in Man of Steel, we'd be much happier. We'd be better as a. I mean, that's the sad, weird thing about Man of Steel is in Superman 1978, Superman is like Jesus Christ coming to Earth. It's great that he's here. Thank you. You're saving us from, from all of this stuff. And in this, Superman comes to Earth and Zod follows him, and there's no rhyme or reason. Like, now Zod is destroying everything, taking everything apart, and it's all Superman's fault. And then Superman, at the end of the day, after Zod dismantles Metropolis, Superman can't even save Zod's life. I mean, he kills Zod, so it was all in vain. Everything was in vain, and it was Superman's fault. And I don't know how you leave the theater feeling anything except for like existential despair. Like there was no point to any of this exercise. Superman shouldn't have come here. He should have exercised his powers in a completely different way. And we all suffered, like humanity suffered. I'm not on Superman's side with Man of Steel. I'm against him. I find him to be threatening and dangerous and thoughtless and everything that I don't understand Superman to be. So that's my problem with that film.
Well, he is a younger Superman. He's learning. And then they dealt. Oh, go ahead, CJ. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say the problem with both the sequel trilogy and Snyder's DC vision was they jumped ahead too many years. So if they had the buildup of why Luke turned out the way he did, or why Joker killed Robin, I think fans would probably accept it more.
My pal Sean O'Rourke is here.
What do you think of that?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was good, CJH. Okay, go ahead, Sean.
I agree with a lot of what Ethan's saying. Look, there's two moments that stick out the most for me. In Superman Returns, there's a moment where Brandon Routh, the buildings are collapsing and glass is coming down. It's about to fall on people. And he flips upside down and he uses his heat vision to literally melt and disintegrate all of the falling glass and vaporize it before it hits the people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Man of Steel, General Zod throws a tanker at him. And instead of catching it and setting it down, he ducks and it goes behind him and explodes and probably kills everyone behind him in the building.
Yeah.
Okay. And so to me, that's the fundamental difference, where at least Bryan Singer, between takes playing with little boys, he was, he got that right with the story. And where Zack Snyder failed with the story, even though you could say, well, Superman Returns, he was coming back. He was already seasoned. He knew right from wrong, and that this was all a new experience for Henry Cavill's character version of it, and he didn't know what to do. But in the end, it's like, nah, dude, you saved people.
That's just so like it's not being a superhero that trained Superman to do what's right. It's Ma and Pa Kent and growing up in Smallville that taught him what to do. So when the minute he leaves and goes to Metropolis, he's already fully formed his morality and his ethics and what he means to do. And it's the entire point of Superman is, look, an alien, okay, an immigrant, as it were, comes to Earth and is raised with American values in the American Midwest. And it produces the best human being possible, the kindest, the most benevolent. It's an advertisement for how good the goodness of America, that immigrants can come here and become Americanized and then just become heroic, selfless givers, people who actually contribute to the world. And that's the message of Superman. And it's missing. It's completely missing in Man of Steel. And the idea that he's not a seasoned superhero is deconstructionist nonsense. He learns from mom and dad. He learns from his upbringing. So, look, they got it right in Superman 1978, I guess, to some degree. I haven't seen, the Superman, whatever that movie was. for the Bryan Singer one in quite a while. I think I watched it twice, and it was okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things that crazy with that one was, the whole truth, justice, and the American way. With the Bryan Singer one, the one guy, Frank Langella, who was playing White, says, find out if he believes in truth, justice, and all that other stuff. And that was during the Afghan war and the Iraq war. So it was a different climate, and they didn't want to put the American way in the movie. And I thought that was a BS move. Like, you got, if you're going to embrace the character, you have to embrace what the character is from its inception.
Siegel and Schuster, yeah, they were immigrants who believed in America. Their families, they had this opportunity, and they probably would have been much happier Americans if the comic book industry didn't completely fuck them over and rob their descendants of billions of dollars of wealth, which is what ended up happening to them. But even still, I mean, they believed in the American experiment. I think that's what they were trying to say, and also something about their Jewish heritage. Superman is baby Moses, et cetera, et cetera. But man, it shouldn't be hard to get Superman right. He's a very simplistic character, and you don't need to overthink him too much. He's as simple as Santa Claus. All you have to understand about Santa Claus is that he makes toys, and once a year he can deliver toys to all the good little boys and girls all around the world. And if you want to overthink that, and you want to be a cynic and say, how could he do that? There's no possible way. Let me do a realistic version of Santa Claus where he can only deliver to 10 houses in a single night, and reindeer can't fly. They got to pull you can do that if you ruin the character. You have to stay true to, if you're going to make the Superman movie, stay true to who Superman is.
Yeah. I think in Man of Steel, I have to rewatch it again. I've rewatched it a lot, but right before they go to the battling in the air and crashing through buildings, Zod was straight up killing people, trying to take them out. And to go to the air was the only thing. And it was not seamless. They were going through buildings, causing other destruction. And then they dealt with that directly in BVS. So I understand the criticism, though. I'm not saying anyone's criticism's wrong. For me, it works. I understand why it doesn't work for other people, though.
Well, I will say the one thing that Zack Snyder did very well is, perfecting like the kind of the cinematography or the shots where to show the power when Superman punched Zod, he would go flying and then he'd fly right back up to him, punch him again, he'd go and he'd get slingshot, all the way across the sky. I think shown well on screen before. And to give Zach his fair shake, you could pause any part of that movie and it looks like a picture frame out of a, and that's what he, I think, was trying to do with his representation of it, is to make it look more like a comic book, where you have to admit, like, even the Reeves film didn't look like a comic book.
And wasn't this version of Zod like more powerful than our previous versions? Like, this Zod was like just this. Did Zod always match up exactly with Superman? I don't know.
Oh yeah, when you look at the three villains, in the
Superman 2.
And Superman 2, yeah. Once you got away from Krypton and you've got the yellow sun, they all gain their powers. And
yeah,
like Zod, when he took off his helmet and tried and had to figure out how to breathe the air and everything in the atmosphere, and it was the same thing, a little more dramatic in Zach's film versus Richard Donner's, but they all still had to learn the rays out of the eyes and all that stuff, the laser eye.
I think we can. I'm willing to just agree that like Zack Snyder visually is terrific, and I mean, I think that's where a lot of his focus is. If you look at his films, they're absolutely beautiful to look at, and there's a spectacle and there's a lot to enjoy in terms of what he's able to get on the screen. The Justice League Snyder cut that was on HBO showed Wonder Woman using her powers in a way that had never really been shown before. Like, really, like, this is what it would look like. We talk about how fast these heroes are, but we never really see it. You never saw Linda Carter moving at those speeds believably. But this is what it would look like, and I appreciate that. I really do. Like somebody like Zack Snyder, I would be 100% in his corner if he didn't make me afraid of my super friends. I'm afraid of his characters. I dread them. I don't want to be around them. I don't want to. If I saw Zack Snyder's Superman coming, I would run and hide.
That's really maybe the color palette choice.
Tell me what you mean by that. You think it's? I think it's the actions of the characters. I think it's the way they speak, what they do, the mistakes that they're constantly making that show that they're not to be trusted.
Well, but I think the movies would have all been more tolerable if the color palette was lightened up a little bit and it wasn't so dark.
Well,
and
that's
dreary.
also the specific version of the story he's telling too. Like in BVS, there are part of the public that are protesting against him. They don't trust Superman. Neither does Bruce at first. I think that's where Warner Brothers always wanted a Batman v Superman project. How do you get there? Without doing that somewhat.
Well, Max, what do you think of this? Like I agree with Sean and what he's saying. It's not the color palette. It's the fact that like he can't resist. Zack Snyder can't resist just leveling. Like the earth becomes a hellscape. Everything is on fire. No, it's not action. Everything's on fire and burned to the ground. And you watch
the nightmare
this
stuff. The nightmare.
Yeah, and you go, none of us survived this. I don't care who wins.
That's when you do like the nightmare sequences. That's where they're saying dark side. He's thinking of the future. That's not necessarily like in the current time, right? Is that the scenes you're talking about?
No, I think I'm thinking of the scenes where they're fighting. I'm talking about the original. I didn't watch the remake all the way through, but the original Justice League with Joss Whedon when they're fighting Steppenwolf and everything, and it's like all are
and they're in that like Bolshevik town or something, and like everything's just destroyed. Like
what's the point?
And Batman versus Superman. They had to take Doomsday and go off to an island to fight. And in order to, because of what happened in Man of Steel, everyone complained that the body count was too high with all the buildings falling. I mean, everyone saw what happened in 9/11. I mean, we know what it looks like when buildings.
Can I be honest? I personally think it's kind of silly in these other superhero movies that no one ever really, even civilians. There's stuff happening all the time. Look at Avengers: Age of Ultron. There's a big floating mass of land and the city drops and no one's dead. Okay.
Well, I think in Marvel movies, I'm more willing to see fallible heroes. I'm less willing with DC heroes.
With Superman.
They gotta save the day.
But also with the Marvel stuff, they at least had the Sokovian Accords to try to tamper down the superheroes because there was too much destruction and there was too much death. And trying to hold people responsible for when they just go off and.
Well, that's what they did with the trial of Superman too, at BVS.
Well, he wasn't really on trial, was he?
Until Lex blew up the courthouse.
I mean, it didn't have the gravity of like the political system of like legislators and like really coming up with this thing that they all had to sign and agree. I don't know. I see it, but I don't see it.
Okay. Well, let's see his number one. His number one comic book movie of all time.
So the actors and the crew kind of feel what's going on when we're there, and it just looks better than having everything be a total CGI fest.
Please keep. Wait. How could there be two Spider-Man? There can't be two Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Miles Morales. Into the Spider-Verse is his number one.
Comic book multiverse movie. They did it in such a balanced
comic book
and real
multiverse
way.
movie.
There weren't a lot of plot holes like there are in a lot of these multiverse movies. They thought everything through, and it was just really tight. And if there's one thing I respect a lot in a screenplay and film is to be elegant and to not be doing all this stuff that goes off from the center of the film, and it does it. It stays pointed the entire time.
Are you from another dimension?
Okay. Well, I wanted to get his top 5. Maybe we could just do top 3, if that's okay with the panel. Anyone want to go first?
I got to see Spider-Verse. I didn't watch that. I saw a trailer for it, and I was like, "Wow, this looks really great."
No, it is. It is really good. It is. I recommend it highly. Really good animated film. It's not in my top 3 though. I'm gonna
I'm going to be legit. I'm going to say Superman 1 is still my number one favorite movie. Superman 2 is still number 2. But I'm going to switch up, and I'm going to kick Superman 3 and 4 out. And I'm going to say instead Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight. What was it? The Dark Knight. That's what it was called.
Dark Knight, yeah.
Yeah, the second one.
Yeah.
The Joker
Excellent.
film. Yeah. My top 3 in no particular order are the Joker film, the first Spider-Man film, Sam Raimi, and probably Endgame. I really like that.
This guy should be Superman, though.
So that's our boy right there?
No, that's who CGH wants. That's who they were rumored before.
Oh.
I'm going to go... I'd have to say seeing Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman all together in BVS, even though I love BVS, I still have some issues with like Doomsday. The way Doomsday was portrayed in there, I don't think it was great. But seeing them form, that might be my number one. My number one. Infinity War, seeing Thanos and how all the MCU and the Avengers got to there, and the biggest bads finally on screen, and how he just handed Hulk his ass right at the beginning, and really, like, he took out Loki. That scene was amazing. Seeing that in the theater, I love Infinity War.
But doesn't this give off Chris Reeves vibes?
Yes, CJ. I'm trying to get my top 3. Stay on top of it, bro.
And I'm sorry, I meant Infinity War, not Endgame. Now that you mentioned,
Look at that. Is that our guy?
No, that's who CGH wants.
Yeah, look at that smirk. I love that. That's great.
That's who was rumored for a long time, Ethan.
Oh,
but it looks like they're going with the other one.
Oh.
Number 3. I'd actually have to say it's a Bryan Singer. X-Men Days of Future Past Road Cut was a really, really great X-Men movie. And I love the X-Men. And I'm probably not gonna have a lot of people agreeing with me on my top 3, but
you enjoyed them. Yeah, I don't know if they're the best, but I'm glad. I guess they left.
But I love a lot of comic book movies, though. Obviously,
yeah.
So, I can watch that one. It's really cool. It still has Hugh Jackman. They adapted a storyline from the animated series. Really, really good. To me, and I love the X-Men, and I can't wait till they come back.
I got my
or X people. No,
I got my 3.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Say the Christopher Reeve Superman, still as a child, that was my hero movie, right? But as an adult, the optical compositing is not very good with the flying stuff, and I mean it was good for its time, but it doesn't hold up. The movie just doesn't hold up. Now Christopher Reeve's performances, everybody's performances, the story, everything was good, and it's got a special place in my heart. But special effect wise, it doesn't hold up.
Doesn't he also get angry in that movie?
He does when Margot is swallowed by the San Andreas. But so even though I've said that, it's not part of my top 3. I just wanted to get that out there because it's more of a visual thing for me. And so my top 3 is going to be Avengers Endgame number 1, The Dark Knight number 2, and Logan number 3. Because I'm more story driven. Like I need a good story. Like it doesn't have to have tons of special effects. Like Logan didn't have a lot of special effects, but it had a really good story. The Dark Knight, great story, felt grounded, more grounded than the Batman, as far as I'm concerned. And I really liked Avengers Endgame just because I like to see everybody come together and how that whole played out and everyone won in the snap and they got Thanos back and the whole 9 yards and killed him and he dusted. And I mean, it was just a perfect movie. So anyway, those are my 3.
What about Joker?
No, I didn't even waste my time with that movie.
Oh, really? Did you see Joker?
Yeah, I loved it. Joker was an amazing movie. Yeah, I can. Well, look, you have to listen. It's a painful movie. It's.
No, it's actually something Zack Snyder said back in the day. One of the quotes is that he likes to show the intensity of violence, and he thinks the wrong way is to show it like PG-13, where they like just respawn like a video game. That's the more egregious way to show violence, because it makes people think there's no consequences to it.
No, I mean, you felt that. The Joker's a vicious psychopath, and the scene with Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Obviously, that is what it looks like.
That's what real violence is like.
Yeah,
real violence.
and
Not
you just you pull out a gun and you shut out someone's lights like that, and it really is vicious and then evil and sick.
I just it was unoriginal, and that's what bothered me about it. Todd Phillips literally ripped off The King of Comedy, which was a Scorsese film, and he ripped off Taxi Driver, and he just put makeup on a character. No, not as much as that one. That was so blatant. It was so blatant. And I even believe in certain interviews, Todd Phillips said he was paying homage to those two films, but there's a difference between paying homage and literally stealing shots, stealing the storylines. I mean, and just basically they did a reboot of those two movies with Joker makeup on.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the sequel, though, because I understand it's a musical. And first of all, I'm a big fan of Lady Gaga. I think she's terrific.
Yes.
Good actress. And I think she's perfect for this because she's not too pretty. I don't think Harley Quinn should be gorgeous. I think she should be like...
she's pretty in a unique way. Like she's
a PhD.
Yeah, exactly.
Chicks are not super hot.
Right. She's a PhD who becomes like one of these garbage women who sends love letters to serial killers in prison and marries them. I mean, she's a piece of garbage. And Lady Gaga is a beautiful woman, but she's not a model kind of. I mean, she is, but anyway, she looks a little bit more average than what's her name does.
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, she just looks. She looks like someone you might meet, a girl next door. So she's terrific. And whatever this is, I imagine what it's going to be is a surreal trip through, like Oliver Stone's Born. What's it called? Natural Born Killers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine it's going to be like that, but mixed with song and dance, which is going to be so sick and wonderful if it's what I'm envisioning.
Well,
I think it's going to be great.
I think it's Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Well, see, I think it's going to be more like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. They're never going to leave Arkham. This whole movie is going to play out in his head.
Maybe.
This is all his
I think
delusion.
he's got to escape, Sean, don't you? I understand it's going to be his delusion. I think they're going to be living out. This is my vision. I think they're going to be living out a beautiful Hollywood romance while they're murdering people all over Gotham City, having escaped from Arkham Asylum. They have to escape. They have to. Or otherwise there's no story, right? I mean...
the whole story could play out exactly the way you said, and then at the end... he's just sitting there and she's giving him therapy in Arkham. I think the whole thing's going to be the singing, the dancing, the whatever's go. I think it's the whole thing. They're never going to leave Arkham, and we won't know it as the audience until the end.
That's a good theory. I hope you're not right, but that's a good. You could be right. I'd rather see them escape, obviously.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think they will escape. I think
in their
everything
heads
will play out exactly the way you think, and at the end, the audience will go, "Oh shit, he's sitting in the therapy session, and he comes to, and he snaps out of it, and she's doing some sort of hypnotizing on him to snap him out of it." I'm telling you, it's going to be that stupid in the end. The movie's going to be good, but then that's going to happen at the end, and everybody's going to go, it's just like the whole 4 seasons of Eastbound and Down, and at the end, it's him typing out the last scene of the show, and he was just a writer coming up with everything.
Or the movie, or the show, The Lost, or Lost.
I don't remember how was that the same kind of thing where it was.
Oh, they were the Lost upset everyone, but they were dead. They were like in hell or heaven or waiting room
or whatever.
Purgatory. Yeah.
Oh God,
which made sense. Max, I got to go, guys. I enjoyed this very much.
Sure.
Thanks for having me in. You guys have a terrific night.
Oh, you too.
Alrighty,
You too.
Max.
Thanks,
Take
Ethan.
care.
Bye, fellas.
Bye. All right. I had a few other. How are you doing, Sean?
I'm good. I'm just chilling. I'm just putting together a bunch of videos. I fly out on Thursday, and so I'll be gone for the weekend, heading up to see a buddy of mine. And so I was just cutting together a bunch of videos to have them scheduled to drop over the next couple of days. And
Okay.
Sean, what can you tell us about these WGA strikers stopping production on the
how do you feel about that? That they're actually shutting down shows that were in production?
I mean, there's a show in town right now which was shut down last week. It's a Warner Brothers show. It's being produced by Ava DuVernay. It stars Joshua Jackson, and we're supposed to be shooting 18 episodes, and it was going to be filming all the way till September, and they just shut down. They were only filming. They were only into their second episode when they had to shut down. So, and there's a show I was supposed to start in July, but it looks like that thing might be shutting down. That's an Amazon show I was working on. We're doing season 3, and it looks like that's going to be pushed if they don't get their act together. So, I mean, it's just, it's a little bit of a cluster, but it has to happen. It has to happen. They can't keep screwing over the writers. The DGA contract is up at the end of June, and so is SAG-AFTRA. So everybody's got to sort all this stuff out. They got to sort out the AI crap, even with the actors. There's a lot of stuff going on now where these new contracts they're signing over their likeness in perpetuity.
Get ready, YouTube. I comment on Sean's video. You think YouTube's hard now with music and stuff, copyright. The farther we go into this AI and you could use parts of people for other content, you could use just their voice or like this. There's going to be something down the road that YouTube's going to implement where you could really track and claim other people content if it even has part of your likeness, personality, voice. I'm just saying, I don't know how that's going to work, but I see it coming, definitely.
I tell you what, man, YouTube's cracking down hard, man. I saw Diaz got demonetized.
Yeah.
I'm still demonetized. They're cracking down on anyone that's got under 10,000 subscribers. They're just, it's because they don't want to keep paying the ad money to everybody. They're pulling the reins back, man.
Well, they are still, there still could be ads on those videos too, even if you're demonetized. They just get it, I think, right?
So
YouTube.
I've got 6,200 subscribers, and I've got no ads on any videos at all.
Okay.
So they'll only pay people with 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. They're just crushing everybody, all the little guys.
What are you doing, CJH? No, this is dangerous. It's got a kid in a cart. That wasn't a real kid. You trying to get me demonetized, bro? What is that?
I think he is.
That's not cool. That seemed violent. I don't like.
Yeah,
that.
like the whole YouTube demonetization situation that's spiraled out of control. And for example, right? I know I have a small YouTube page myself, but knowing the fact the way YouTube has been going for the last 10, 20 years, it's like it's going down and down and down for smaller creators to try and get monetized.
Well, people don't understand. People don't understand that. The longer this strike goes on, too, ad revenue.
Yeah.
The major players are Hollywood putting all those ads and trailers and stuff.
Brian's back.
Yep.
Well, sorry to hear that about the project in July, Sean. Hopefully, maybe when the other things go on strike, the screen actors and the directors, that they'll realize how important it is to just end this. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, one of the things that the longer they stay on strike, the more they can shut down all these. They struck all writers' contracts out, so that's why you started seeing development deals get sacked. And so the studios need about 90 days, which is what happened last time. It was about 100 days of the strike. They need about 90 days to kind of clear all their balance sheets and cancel everything and have shows that are in production to shut down. And, it takes about a month or two to sell all the assets, meaning like set dressing and tear down with construction, all of the sets. And so that's why they need like 90 days. That's why this thing's going to go for like 100 days, like last time. And, it's,
I don't remember a time. Do you know of a time where two of them struck at the same time, though?
No.
That's pretty significant.
It is pretty significant. But what happens is if the writers get their deal, the directors and SAG will get what they want really quickly because the writers will set the standard when it comes to the streaming and the AI stuff.
All right. Let me see here. I have some rapid fire. Oh, go ahead.
I did post something in the private chat that you might want to kind of hint at because our good buddy Ed Boon has been at it yet again.
Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
definitely. We should get news that week if you're Sean's not much of a. I don't believe Sean's much of a video game fan.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think I remember asking him that before. He's like, if I did that, I wouldn't get anything done. Am I remember that right, Sean?
Yeah. I have bad hand and eye coordination, so I don't play a lot of video games. What is this going on with I Am Legend?
Apparently it's back. They're gonna try to do it again. Thank goodness. This was right before the slap that they were talking about this. So I Am Legend, which is set to star Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan. That's an amazing project. Especially since they have Michael B. Jordan. I can't wait. I don't think we need to read all that, but I'm just happy that there's some news on it again. I do want to see Will Smith come back. I really like Will Smith. I still don't. That doesn't mean I justify what he did, but I want a future for Will Smith, and I hope nothing like that ever happens again. Honestly.
Hey man, look, I like the Cosby Show, but that doesn't mean I support drugging women and raping.
Yeah, that's true. Although I can't watch Cosby Show anymore. Like, it's just weird.
That's how I feel about Will Smith, to be honest with you.
But I can watch Will Smith project. Oh, you can. You can.
I don't like what he did. I thought what he did was so distasteful and gross.
Yeah, no, never lay your hands on anyone else. I understand.
But especially in that scenario, like that's, it's not like you're at a bar and he said something to his wife and you could kind of expect to be that. I mean, at an award show like that, it grossed me out.
The most prestigious award show there is.
Yeah,
right.
Like
exactly.
50 million people globally watching it, or whatever it was.
So, does anyone else you feel that way too, Sean? You're similar to Voltaire.
Well, it's like when Will Smith was making a big deal about the next Bad Boys film being in production and dropping videos on his Instagram. I would have got excited prior to the slap, but when I saw that stuff, I was like, who cares?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I'm not. You're not hurting my feelings. I understand everyone's different. Everyone's got different opinions on it. I'm still going to support his projects, but if he ever does it again, then I'm like, okay, it's a pattern.
So if he ever at a major award show punches somebody out, then you're done.
No, if he has another, if he attacks someone else again, it doesn't even have to be another celebrity. If you hear a story with him going after someone else, he didn't learn his lesson.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's ever going to do that, but I think he's, I don't know. For me, I'll have to judge each project on its own. But that dude Vincent in the chat, Bad Boys 3 kind of sucked. So I don't know how well the new one's going to be. So
okay.
I like the first two, but I didn't like the third.
What about you, Thaladia? Brian, CJH, are you hyped for Will Smith projects, or are you kind of like iffy still on his new project?
I'm still iffy on it.
Okay, wow, all right.
I'm a sports fan, so Off the field behavior doesn't bother me as long as my team wins. No,
Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Watson. Sorry.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, like athletes do 10 times worse crap than actors do, and it's still in the cause of entertainment. Okay,
Yeah, and that's why I don't like sports anymore.
If you're on a winning team, doesn't matter how bad. Well, okay, I'm gonna take that back. Doesn't necessarily matter what you do. You know, as long as your team's winning, most people don't seem to care.
Yeah, but it's expected in the NFL. It wasn't expected from Will Smith.
Horrendous. Well, I get that, but on the same token, it's just I try to differentiate. I mean, it doesn't bother me. I don't care that he did that. I mean, like, I don't know.
No, you're not wrong. I mean, it's just, you know. I mean, because I still like Bosa as a player. I don't like him off the field for the 49ers, but that's just because I think he's a tool, you know.
Perfect example, the 2012 49ers, okay? They went to the Super Bowl. How many arrests did they have that year?
Enough.
15, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you have felt better if the Academy encouraged Chris Rock to file charges and he served something for it?
Well, I mean, honestly, for a show that was my first impression, I thought it was staged.
I did too.
Because the show has been hurting for ratings for so long. Like something like that actually got people talking about the Oscars for the first time in years.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I was on a panel when it happened.
Yeah, when I remember, I wouldn't let people bring it up because I thought it was some type of mass other thing. I was like, oh God, I don't want to know what's going on. You kept driving
it down, and it was like, dude, what for? I mean, it's just, to me, it looked like a ratings fucking ploy. I mean, it's not, but I mean, that was my first impression.
Okay. Well, like, people are still not over it. That's fine. That's fair. Just like I'm not bringing up that conversation either. People are still upset with James Gunn, which is also fair. It's not how I feel, but you know what? People still feel that way. And you know what? Some people have had in their family history some really nasty stuff, and just joking about it just is too much across the line. So I think we have to be careful too to accept everyone's point of view, even with James Gunn. I'm in a different space with him, but some people don't forgive that stuff. You know, I don't know.
It's just not something to joke about. And I mean,
if
people can be on the same page about that, I don't think it would be an issue.
Yeah. So you can't say, "Oh, you're horrendous" for still bringing it up about. Hey, people do really want to protect children, and I think it's hyperbolic to say all of Hollywood's like that, but it's naive to think that there's not more than we don't know of too. Really, unfortunately,
I've heard some stories, man. I've gone down some rabbit holes in my day.
No.
Like,
well, I mean, you know about the history there, Sean. People try to paint the whole industry like that, and that's not fair.
No, they actually do try to paint the whole industry, and
yes,
that truly
that's
isn't
sick.
fair. It's
That's
just
sick.
the thing is, like, every industry has pedophiles in it. It's just the film industry is so in your face because it's on TV. It's in your palm of your hand on a phone when you're watching a video, and it's just it's an easy target.
It's also aspirational. People aspire to be that. You know,
right?
It's not
right.
It's not like working at a feed store or something like that. Nobody necessarily aspires to sling hay all day. You know
But there's more than likely there's probably more that happened that we don't even know of, honestly, too.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, people don't let things go. And again, James Gunn, I know he's told jokes and stuff on Twitter about that kind of stuff. But I mean, I've heard jokes. I've had people tell me pedophile jokes, you know, and you know, it's just, it is what it is. I mean, it's I don't know, man. I mean, I don't hold that against him.
I grew up in the 90s, dude. I mean, those were jokes that were acceptable.
Yeah.
Amongst others. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, anybody that was a kid in the 90s, man, you know how insensitive the jokes were.
Dude, I remember. Go ahead.
I think we got to get to a point though where we don't condemn people that are still offended by it. Though people have the right to be offended by it.
That's true.
You know, it doesn't hurt you. They don't like James Gunn because of that. That's fair. Now, some people some people use as an excuse because they have another bias against James Gunn.
Well, they have an agenda.
Yeah.
So
Yes. So there's a bias against them. But when he got fired, I was like, yeah, I understand. But then when he got rehired, then I see the quality of his work, and he did apologize, and it hasn't happened again. So I'm all for him. I'm all for whatever he wants to do. He seems like he's having a good life now. He's married. He's the head of DC Studios.
He's not cracking pedo jokes anymore, so he's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's my line, but everyone's line's different, Okay. Let me see what else I had here. We have some first images from Captain America 4. Are you out? Are you checked out of the superhero movies, Sean?
I've been getting burnout, but I did see the pictures today because they were on social media.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this project. Here's a villain. He's a WWE wrestler. Let's look at Mackie first. I really like Anthony Mackie, but he's had some controversial. I saw someone said he had some controversial comment recently too about Feige. I don't know what that's about. I didn't really look into it much. Okay, Captain America 4 set photo. It's got kind of like that Captain America First Avengers era look of the suit,
Well, the thing is about the suits, they enhance them anyway in post.
Yeah.
And remember, those suits in Avengers Endgame were completely CGI on all those guys.
Yeah.
When they traveled through time. So even though we see something here and we're like, oh, I don't think that necessarily means it's the final look.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of the it's very hard because it's a very small picture, but this suit compared to this one, do you like this one better? The blue with the gold?
Honestly, this Falcon costume with just the emblem on the front, not the Captain America outfit.
Oh, this one?
Pull up what he used to wear with Falcon in the Winters, or when he was just the Falcon. I mean, look at the shoulder pads. Look at the red on top. It looks like the Falcon outfit.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but
let me see if I could find it.
Because it almost looks like he's got the double straps going over the front, which would be like holsters for two guns.
Well, here's let me. I have this up. It's not exact, but here, Falcon. Oh, my computer! I need a new computer. This is so slow. Okay, Here we go. This is just kind of a. I think that's the first iteration, though.
Now I'm looking at when he. I'm trying to remember what movie it was in where his outfit was a little bit less techie than that.
Civil War.
Huh.
Probably Civil
No,
War.
Ant-Man. Probably no. Yeah, it was either Ant-Man.
Let me see.
No, it's Captain America: Civil War. Pull up that suit.
Yeah,
pull up that suit. It looks very similar to his Civil War suit.
Okay. I'm trying to find.
Except they just threw the Captain America star and the little things on it on the front. That's at least that's how it looks to me.
What's so civil about war anyway?
Here, okay, I have some images now.
Here is failure to communicate.
I'm really looking for this project, especially since it's got Harrison Ford in it. Harrison Ford. Are you ramped up for Indy 5, Sean?
Oh God, yeah. Are you kidding me? That new clip that came out looked fantastic. So the music sounds great.
I didn't see the new one.
It's on my page. I uploaded it because like I'm demonetized, so who cares, right? So I put it on my channel. Nobody's copyright claimed it or anything. No, Disney, nobody. But you pull up, you look at that suit, and then you pull up what he's wearing in that shot. It just looks like they swapped out like the chest.
Okay. Yeah, it's very similar. Very similar. I'm more looking forward to the story in the content though.
I'm just wondering if they're going to make Harrison Red Hulk in that movie, or they're going to wait.
I'm excited to get a good Hulk storyline too. Hopefully, since
They
they're
don't,
bringing.
but they don't own the full rights to
Yeah,
him. That's
but
why
they could still do a combo movie. Like they can have a full-fleshed Hulk storyline within another movie. It's just they can't have a standalone. That's the thing.
Well, I think
So
they
have
did.
to make it
They
work.
did that with Thor Ragnarok. I mean, they
Yeah,
had him in
but
there.
They didn't really. Yes, that's true, Ragnarok. But I think they're even going deeper in the Hulk story in this one because they're having Thunderbolt Ross. They have the leader character. They have Abomination already in the MCU now, and Hulk. And She-Hulk.
So
maybe. Who knows?
So Universal owns Hulk, but not She-Hulk.
I'm not sure who owns She-Hulk.
Yeah, I think just Hulk. Hulk and Namor. That's why they couldn't just make a Namor.
Dude, you are blowing up, man.
Oh, that's Brucifer.
Yeah.
Brucifer's coming back. I got
blowing
something
up.
coming.
There's some stuff going on right now. It's pretty funny.
Is it entertainment related or
No,
YouTube
it's not
drama
entertainment.
related?
It's YouTube drama related, but it's
Oh god,
Oh,
we're
no.
past that.
Just-
Don't worry,
no,
Sean,
no,
we're past that.
we're way past that. So
Okay, we're not bringing it up on air.
I got to message Brucifer and find out what's going on.
Well, yeah, I know you want to pull. No, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. on
no,
air.
no, absolutely not.
We're about entertainment now.
So WWE superstar Seth freaking Rollins is going to be in a Marvel film. That's crazy.
They say he's going to be part of the Serpent Society. Are you happy about that, Taladia? I don't know who he is, honestly.
I'm excited.
Okay. We're also going to probably do some more retro, Sean. Joe Blow recommended this movie I never even heard of. That's Ridley Scott movie. And what's the name of the movie? I brought down the movie already. Oh, Black Rain. Have you ever heard of Black Rain, Sean?
Yeah.
Do you recommend that movie too? I've never seen it. I'm like, a Ridley Scott movie. It's really good. I've never seen it with Michael Douglas.
Yeah, it's he fights ninjas and shit, and like it's a crime drama. It's actually, I want to say it's a remake.
Okay.
Of another Asian film, but yeah, it wasn't bad. It'll feel dated, but it wasn't bad.
But that's like a good thing sometimes when you want like a late 80s, early 90s action movie. And it's got Michael Douglas with sunglasses on looking like Arnold or Stallone. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, check my Twitter DMs.
Uh-oh.
Is there Twitter drama? What's going on?
No, Vince. Okay, thank you, Vince. Vince is a nice guy. Okay. All right, Brucifer, it's not anything I want to cover on stream, right?
No.
Okay, good. I don't want to cover it then. No.
No.
Tell
me what's going on, Brucifer.
No.
I mean, in DMs, you can tell me. That's fine.
We don't do this anymore on the show. This is all we've been doing really good with just entertainment. It's
That's not entertainment DMs.
So, anyway,
keep it to DMs.
Oh, here you go. I know you're looking forward to this, Sean, but it's not the version it's not your favorite version. That you have to go to a certain hub, but you can't see Avatar: The Way of Water. Disney, on Disney. No, listen. When we're talking about Avatar, Sean always recommends a certain version that I've never seen.
Right, a version you can't watch it in Utah.
I like the James. Oh, really?
Yeah, Utah banned Pornhub.
Oh, okay.
This ain't Avatar.
Well, Sean, if it's on Disney Plus, will you give it a chance?
You know what? You know what? When they said today that all the Indiana Jones films were going to be dropped on Disney plus the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, now retitled Jones. I would rather watch that than Avatar 2.
We're thinking about doing a watch party. We're thinking of doing a watch party for the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. If you want to,
a lot of those were shot in my hometown. That's why I want to watch it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was a little bit before my time.
Would you be up for a watch party? like watch an episode or two?
Yeah, I've got a friend of mine that was in one of the episodes, and but what happened was she was in scenes with the old Indy with the eye patch. You know, because that's how those episodes, some of them started with an old Indiana Jones with an eye patch. He'd start to tell the story and it would fade into the story, and then it would go to like the little kid, or it would go to the other actor that that played Indiana Jones. His name is slipping my mind, but it'll come to me in a second. But they cut out all the old Indy scenes for the new release because they wanted Angle to be able to do what he wanted, not be tied to that. And they consider those Young Indiana Jones Chronicles canon, except the old Indiana Jones. So they cut out all the old Indy stuff when they re-released it. So some of the scenes that my friend was in were cut because he was in scenes with the older Indiana Jones. So I'm a little bummed at that. But still, it's interesting. I'm trying to figure out why they would have done that. Because I think people would have demanded that Indy lose his eye in this movie, and Harrison was probably like, I don't want to walk around with an eye patch for the movie, you know, and be the, maybe that was it. I don't know. I don't know why they would have cut out the old man out of everything, unless maybe Indiana Jones does get sucked into a porthole or something, and he ends up being in another
So
dimension.
they have stuff cut out of there that my DVDs might be worth something. I only have 2 of the 3 volumes.
Oh, dude, no, they're totally worth something now because they've cut it all out.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I never got the 3rd one because I think I got the 2 volumes. I got them sealed too. I never opened them.
Oh wow, sealed. That's awesome.
I got the older ones because I like the stories when he's older better than the youngest ones are kind of rough a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
It got better. It got better as it went on.
Yeah, it was Sean Patrick Flannery.
Yes,
who played.
He did a
Indiana
good
Jones.
job.
He did a great. He would have been somebody you could have passed the mantle to.
Yes.
Back in the day, if Harrison didn't want to keep doing them.
Yeah. Okay, so here is Tim Burton docuseries.
Oh God.
Oh God, what, you don't like Tim Burton?
He's weird. he's just creepy.
He's just goth.
He's as creepy.
I don't know about creepy, weird.
He's a goth guy.
He's as creepy as Johnny Depp is. They can all.
Johnny Depp is creepy.
He's creepy.
Uh-oh. The
I mean,
thoughts
he's
and opinions of
not
Sean
wrong.
O'Rourke does not necessarily represent
I agree.
MME.
I agree.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Channel co-owner approved.
Yeah, man. I mean, you
I'm
know,
on Brian's side with this.
Look, I'm not saying his movies aren't good. I like
Be
a
glad he
lot
never
of
made that Superman movie.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
Oh God, it'd have been horrible.
Look at him.
He looks fine now. He's an older man.
Look how much money he's got, and he can't get his teeth fixed. I'm sorry.
Oh,
fucking right.
Come on, man. There are people out there that would kill to have his money to fix their own teeth.
Interesting
Yeah,
that
right.
he hasn't.
By the way, I support this.
Look at them. Look
hashtag.
at these two. Look at these two.
Yeah. Dark Shadows.
Johnny Depp can't get any style.
I support this.
Wears
hashtag.
bracelets at 60.
Exactly.
Rhea
It's
makes
weird.
a very good point, Sean.
Hey, wait a second.
Max
Did
is
you
creepy.
just wait a second, Rhea? Did you just defend Johnny Depp and Tim Burton by throwing me under the bus?
Yes. Yes.
That's the norm.
I'll allow it.
Point, game point match there.
I support this hashtag.
Do you think I'm creepy, Sean?
No.
I do.
You know what the difference is? The difference is
Yeah.
you put on the persona. They are who they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
Rhea calls me creepy. Thank you, Rhea.
Wow.
She's not
It's all
wrong.
right. It's okay. You got me the signature from Zach, so I'll take
Don't be
some
too
more.
upset.
That was awesome. Did you see that, Sean?
You got a signature. Oh yeah, I did see.
And I got a
watched
shout
the
out from
video
Zach.
and a shout out. Yeah,
That was
absolutely.
awesome.
I saw that. That was really good.
I was so happy. I was telling my wife. She's like, "Wow, that's pretty cool."
Did you put that in your channel intro now? Is
Not
that in
yet.
Your...
It will be.
Okay.
And then
He's
she's like,
slacking.
"Who is this again that got them for you?" I'm like, "She's just a great person. Don't worry. Don't worry." Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I was trying to bring up the thing. I support this hashtag.
Oh no, CJ.
Release the web cut for Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay. Amazing Spider-Man 2. All right, start hashtagging it
1
up.
and 2.
Okay.
They both have extended versions.
I mean, I just recently watched those because the guy, he's got a giraffe neck, and it's hard for me to watch him with that long neck, and so I wasn't too thrilled with those. I think I like the Sam Raimi movies.
Emma Stone.
You're
Gwen Stacy was better than what's her face's Mary Jane.
I mean, that's only if you like blondes or you like redheads. I like redheads.
Well, she doesn't
Their
pull off the
acting
redhead
ability's
very
better.
Yeah,
I
but
I like the banter between Peter and Gwen better than Peter in that version of MJ.
I couldn't stand that version of MJ. Oh gosh, dude. I forgot her name. That's how bad it was.
But I'll tell you that
was pretty funny.
That Sam Raimi Spider-Man, that movie,
There is an
it brought
extended
Spider-Man
version
to
out
life
there.
like no other.
I
Yeah,
mean,
true,
look,
but it didn't say much for Mary Jane though. She was awful.
No,
She was so
no.
not understanding. She was like the worst person ever.
yeah, but that kiss, that upside down kiss, and
Yeah.
she's got a rack, and and
Yeah, but she's not. She's not a real redhead though.
Mary Jane has a coat rack for a Spidey suit. Is that what you're saying?
you know who doesn't have a rack? Emma
Oh,
Stone.
God.
Emma Stone.
Aw.
So I kind of like a rack.
To each his own, I guess.
Well,
Actually, now that you think of it, like MJ cheated on MJ or Peter.
See, that's
like,
even
throughout
better.
the
Dirty
entire-
little girl. I love it.
Multiple times.
Give me some of that green goblin.
Should call it
Oh,
Spider
wow.
Cut the series.
That's the new comic I heard.
This ain't Spider-Man.
You could see Tom Holland being a cuck, but not so much Tobey Maguire. or Andrew Garfield. Tom Holland looks like he'd be into some cuckery, truthfully.
Oh my goodness.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. Bruce is a bull, so he doesn't care,
I like to be watched.
Yeah.
All right.
I know what
We're finding out so
Will
much
Movie
tonight.
Perp is
guys.
definitely going to clip it.
Just another reason that
I'm the
Tom
least
Holland is
creepy
worst
guy on the
Spider-Man.
panel. Rhea,
Hey.
that's what.
Hey, I'm
I
the
didn't
least
say
creepiest guy.
nothing.
Yeah, no. Taladia is the cleanest out here. He's got a clean record.
No, but seriously though, you pull up a picture of MJ from
I'm
the
not
first
pulling
Spider-Man,
up a picture of a rack.
and then you pull up a picture of Emma Stone. There's no comparison. I mean,
No.
I'll
Emma
I'm
Stone
sorry.
is lovely. Come on.
Kirsten Dunst is Kirsten Dunst. Emma Stone is a traditional beauty. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah.
She,
No,
she,
guys, I
she
think this is where-
evokes older movie stars.
I like her
You know-
eyes better.
Oh,
I know, but does Emma Stone
super bad? I
is-
had a crush on her, man.
But does Emma Stone have dark roots? Her hair. I mean, I'd have to pull up a photo.
Wait. Okay, Emma Stone versus.
Yeah. Do it.
I guess if Kirsten has the blonde, the dyed red hair, then I guess
Okay, but from an actress standpoint, who do you think is a better actress?
I think the tone of the different films were different.
Mm.
One was a little bit more campy, and the other was a little bit more serious. It was, you got to admit, it was a little drabby, the two that Andrew Garfield did. Little Debbie
for sure.
Downers,
But I feel like she was a standout in them, truthfully.
Oh no, she was.
Mhm. And her body of work, Emma Stone, is even like that movie with Dwight Schrute where he was like a rock star. She was really good in that. She's a good actress. Whereas I don't think that Kirsten Dunst is anything special.
I don't know.
She
Like
was
if
the
I
next generation, though. I mean, come on now.
This doesn't exactly have what you wanted to compare. Sean.
No, but let me tell you something. If I had to wake up next to one of them, it wouldn't be the one with the giant eyeballs like that other. Like pull up the photo of the two of them.
Oh,
Good
man.
golly.
No,
She's saying she's got Gollum eyes.
No, he doesn't like anime, obviously.
No, dude, I do voice work on anime. I mean, I've done
Oh, you
30
do?
anime.
Wait a second, I didn't know
That's
that.
big eyes everywhere, Sean.
Yeah. No, but like at that picture that had Kirsten and Emma together that you pulled up earlier, you could see the eye. Look at the eyes, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I
It's like
love
crazy
the eyes.
Oh, well.
All right, let me see if we're losing viewers.
And this is what Max is thinking right now.
You're talking about this scene?
I mean, big eyes are from a traditional attractiveness standpoint. Usually people love that.
All right,
shit.
I will admit the rain scene was like really.
I mean,
What are you
But
doing?
only
if
good
you,
part of the whole movie.
I don't normally.
Whoa!
Oh, see, come on.
I didn't. That's someone altered that picture.
That is not altered. That's not.
Yes,
Oh,
it
come on.
is.
There was not that
You-
level of high beams in the movie.
No,
you
it's
could not
not.
see that. That was
It's not
altered.
It's not altered.
It's not altered.
Nope.
It's not altered.
Really?
I'm telling you, that was the shot.
All
man.
right, Spider-Man 1 is my.
I gotta find this now. I mean,
Okay.
come on.
Yeah.
Sam Raimi.
All right. Well, here, this is the one I was gonna bring up. There, I gotta admit that was a sexy scene.
No, it was amazing.
That was amazing for
It wasn't amazing for Toby.
Now, you know how many comic book guys turn their bedrooms into a masturbatorium with that scene?
Yeah, but the rain went up his
Shut
nose.
up, man. Why you? God.
No,
everybody
that wasn't
know.
that sexy, Sean. Come on.
Come on.
I love
Everybody-
that movie, but
Ray, you're not making this. You're not making.
I mean,
this.
to be fair, I could buy pornos in 2002. So
There you go.
Ray, right now, we need to.
I'm on
technically didn't
Disney
need
Plus
this.
right now. I'm going to that scene because I want to see if it's that bad, like you're saying.
is that actually on Disney Plus? Spider-Man.
It is on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
So Disney
shit, I might have to watch
stopped
that.
production on another Marvel Star Wars show.
We knew
Wonder
this.
Man. We knew.
Yeah.
Damn it.
No one cares about Wonder Man. Who cares about that?
I care about Wonder
Oh
Man.
my God.
No, you don't.
So you asked about Legos. Legos, the best Lego sets for adults in 2023.
Oh God.
Did-
I've never 490. Oh, come on. What is wrong with these people? 230. You know what I could do with $239?
Buy a lot of weed. Oh.
I mean, hooker, weed, cocaine. I mean,
Not a good hooker.
We're like 4th Street action. You know, it's
no,
it's
but
okay.
but seriously though, man, these things are ridiculous. It's plastic. It's plastic. It costs them nothing to manufacture these things, and they're ripping people off. They're really and they're ripping off like us. I don't buy them, but
Okay.
that's $499. No way.
Oh my God, that isn't okay. I'm watching. Sorry, breaking news. I'm watching it on Disney Plus. That is not enhanced. That shot that you found, Max.
I
My
told
God.
I told you.
How did I forget about that?
Ah.
Golly.
Wow.
Noah Voltaire's
Sam Raimi.
No, I mean, I don't even look at
Oh.
it. I didn't know it was like that, Bruce. It's on
Now
Disney
it's
Plus
no
right now.
competition between Emma Stone
Voltaire,
now.
sock or no sock?
Why are we getting to this discussion again?
Because
I don't know.
It's.
I
after
thought that was a
midnight.
fake pick. I'm sorry. I thought that was a fake.
we're gonna let it all hang out.
I did too. Because I watch movies for the story.
God, you're
unlike the rest of the panel.
misogynist.
Yeah, the misogynistic panel.
Look, there's always the dads that bring the kids to watch the Spider-Man movie, and they have to be entertained as well.
Yeah. I didn't know it was that explicit.
Why did Sam Raimi do that?
I don't know.
He didn't
Because he's
do it.
awesome. I mean,
He didn't do it.
What are we
He just-
complaining?
He's like,
Good Lord.
Kirsten, let's have a scene with you and Spidey in the rain.
That's fine. But
I
bet she was sitting there playing some Led Zeppelin. You know,
I think it just happened, and he didn't cut away.
No, I think it was probably discussed and it was probably planned, and she said it was fine, and she knew it would be controversial and it would be a big deal, and they made a big deal about it when it came out.
Did they?
Well, because came out around the same time that other movie did, Swordfish.
Wow.
So that was really big for Halle Berry's career.
Oh, Halle Berry, that was
my hands
great.
above the table.
Because my light is coming daytime now. That's why my cam's off.
Oh, he's really trying to explain.
To be fair, it's a very quick shot that you see that. It's not like. I mean, they
pause scene in any Marvel movie ever.
I'm impressed, Voltaire, that you went as far as to turn it on. You know, to
just
see.
because I not.
It's still on.
Well, he did that also for the Babu Frick moment where he's like, remember Voltaire? We're like, is this really on Disney Plus? Where he's like, get the F out of here or something.
Yeah. I have to check these things out to see if it's true. I just don't believe. I thought, well, okay, whatever. I just didn't know Sam Raimi would leave those diamond cutters going. You know what I mean? I thought he.
And you know, she's married to what's his name? The guy from Breaking Bad.
Jesse?
No. The blonde, the guy, the goofy guy. They brought him back for the movie El Camino.
The bad guy in the El Camino. What's that actor's name?
Even me, Max?
No.
The bad guy, right?
He brought what's his name out. He made him dig a hole or something.
Yeah. He's the bad guy who's imprisoning Jesse.
Yes.
I can't remember the character's name or the actor's name.
Well, the actor, they just did a movie together too, and
they're
married,
a real
and
movie or something. Yeah. All right.
I have I have very few things left to talk about tonight besides the mailbag, but rumor Disney and Square Enix working on Smash Brothers inspired game called Disney Domination.
I heard about that.
But would they? I don't think Disney would keep the name Domination though. I think they would make it others. They made Speedstorm. That's like Mario Kart. They have another Disney game. I do see them making a Smash Brothers clone, and I think Square Enix can help them. But there's actually, I think there's a screenshot here. No, they didn't have a screenshot.
I saw that.
Oh, it's debunked. Never mind.
About this
No research.
No, I did do research. I found an article because there was actually, never mind. There was actually a screenshot that I saw, but I didn't want to show the screenshot.
Yeah.
Oh well, never mind. Okay.
Mailbag.
So the first time in movie madness and entertainment in history, Max has got news wrong.
I did. I guess I'll save this for my own reaction. I did have a Jeremy video to react to, but I don't think we were in it
around here.
I don't think anyone wants to do that right now.
No, I'm good.
I'll do it. Yeah, why not? What's this guy? What's up?
It's about Kathy Kennedy.
God,
I can't
doesn't
wait.
matter.
It's fun, Brian, because I think I might agree with him on this one.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it's because you don't like Kathleen Kennedy. You have an axe to grind.
I don't.
True.
I'm very critical of Kathleen Kennedy.
We know this. That's why I said that.
All right. It's because she's still saying the reason what?
Lest anyone think it's not real.
No. Don't do it.
It's real. It's real.
No. Right now.
Peter,
it is real.
Help me. It's wet out.
with the doink doink turkey's done. Oh.
Okay, so this is hilarious because I didn't even see this quote yet from Kathy. Kathleen Kennedy copes about Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy. He's too famous to prioritize Star Wars.
Did you research the quote?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Lord's not here, Brian. It's only 5 minutes. Come on.
Oh, no, you're good. Keep going, man.
Dig a hole.
Kathleen Kennedy, for a long time, has refused to acknowledge the reality that Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy is not happening. They don't.
Truth, Ryan. Truth, Jeremy. I'm finally agreeing with them. Listen, Kathy's not going. But who here thinks Rian Johnson's trilogy is going to happen?
Me.
Does it matter?
Yeah, well, they keep doubling down.
Don't.
I mean, I don't know why people talk about this, but they don't talk about the D&D trilogy that was. Is that officially canceled or?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's officially canceled. But this one is not for whatever reason, so it's always going to be out there.
But I want to hear this quote. Too famous.
I want to publicly say it's not happening because that would confirm just what a disaster The Last Jedi actually was. So every time she gets asked about it, she continues to say, "Oh, don't worry."
Still talking
Don't
about that
worry.
shitty movie,
it's
dude.
happening. Okay.
But the funny thing here, though,
You know
Brian,
what?
is that
Time
they
has
are
healed Last Jedi.
the funny.
I don't
thing
have a
is-
problem with it. I have a people who have a problem with it. Fucking.
I'm not even talking
10
about the
years
Last
later.
Jedi, Brian. But I'm not even talking about the Last Jedi. I'm
I
talking
hate
about
it.
the fact that
It's a
Kathy
great
won't-
movie.
Kathy can't admit that it's just not happening when she's asked about it.
Okay.
But Sean, you have an alternate opinion on that it's going to happen.
No, I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay, see, she won't admit it though. She's like, he's busy. It's hard, it's not shelved.
You know why? Because they might have a contract with him, and if they tell him it's canceled, they may have to pay him out.
Fascinating.
That's true.
That's really interesting.
He probably has a contract to write it, and then he has to present it to get the next phase. Is my assumption. Does that make sense, Sean?
Yeah, and
To
he
develop
might
the trilogy,
look.
and then he's got to present it to them.
Look, when The Last Jedi, as crappy as that movie was, did $1.3 billion at the box office. He probably had a pay or play kind of contract set up when it came to his trilogy. So I'm telling you, they don't want to pay him out, so they're stringing this thing along.
I never thought of that. That's really an interesting take. It makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
So they're playing like chicken. Okay, Ryan, write it and then present it to us.
Yeah.
So develop a trilogy and then present it to us, and then be like, then we'll pass.
Yeah. I guarantee every director they've hired that they've had to let go, they've had to pay out. That includes Lord and Miller, and that includes Trevorrow, and anybody they've hired and that's kind of come in and done work, they've had to pay him out.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see the reaction here.
Okay. Once again, Kathleen Kennedy is discussing Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy.
It is funny.
She's giving a really good reason, Jeremy, why it's been delayed. Why Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy keeps getting delayed.
No, the writer's strike is why it's delayed. Brucifer, you think?
Isn't everything delayed right now?
Well,
Everything is delayed, but it's not the writer's strike at all.
Yeah, this has been delayed for 5 years, man.
Yeah.
Lucasfilm president, reigning, defending, and still Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy addresses why the Last Jedi writer-director's Rian Johnson trio of Star Wars movies still hasn't materialized.
Can I say something?
Kennedy.
Yes.
Ryan, you ain't no Mr. Paul Heyman. Please stop saying you're Paul Heyman. You're not.
I don't know.
Who's that?
Wrestling personality.
Oh, okay.
Further goes to prove my point about this being pro wrestling.
I don't know who that is.
We know.
We know.
Well, you know me,
Star Wars: The Last Jedi writers directors increasingly full pipeline of projects for delaying his return to a galaxy far, far away. In an interview with Empire, Ryan and I talk all the time. He just keeps getting more and more successful, and it keeps moving things back further and further. One day, we'll figure
Come
this
on, that's BS.
Yeah,
You gotta admit that's BS. He becomes more and more. All he's doing is Knives Out trilogy. That's it.
No, he's doing that other series on TV. That it's another murder mystery thing. What's it called? He's got another murder mystery on.
Okay.
Yeah, but but Knives Out, that project, that's a lot of money for him.
Yeah,
that's to his production company.
Yeah, but do you really
right?
think he's too busy for Star Wars?
Well, he's certainly prioritizing it. That's 100% true. Wouldn't you, Max, if you were him and you had that contract with Netflix? I'm no Kathleen Kennedy defender, but I do believe he's prioritizing these Knives Out movies because that's where the money is for him.
Well, it's his own IP, yeah.
That too.
Yeah. So he probably does get more developing his own IP than working on some other else's IP. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Ryan Johnson's executive producer on the show Poker Face that's on Peacock.
Okay.
with Adrian Brody and
that's
Natasha
true.
Lyon.
That's a pretty big thing.
He's making a buttload of money because that Netflix contract is gigantic too. Wow.
Yeah. No, he's crushing it.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the writers of the show. He's the program creator, executive.
He's a great director.
Easy.
No
Okay.
question about
All
that.
right. Let me ask you this.
He only directed the worst episode of Breaking Bad ever.
Isn't it kind of weird? Isn't it kind of weird
The Fly? Ugh.
that Kathy
He
only
didn't direct
does
The
this?
Fly, did he?
He did.
Oh, I thought he only did the train episode, which is brilliant.
Isn't
The
it
Fly
kind-
is the worst episode.
Isn't it kind of weird that Kathy only talks about Star Wars directors projects that haven't gone forward? Ryan like this. Well, he's so busy. He's so popular. But
Was she asked about it or she brought it up?
I don't
She's
know.
asked about it.
Yeah, she's asked about it.
She's
But she doesn't.
constantly asked
She
about
doesn't
it.
give that. She doesn't give that same energy to other Star Wars directors that have fallen through, like Taika Waititi, or she just doesn't talk about it.
Well, because she fell on her sword with that movie, and she
Yes.
wanted to make, that's
For
why
Ryan.
that's why she
Real
props that
emotion.
up.
Yeah. Okay.
This out. Yeah, because it's 2017 is when The Last Jedi came out. It is now 2023. And
we're
fact
still
that
bitching about it.
We're not going to watch the whole thing. Don't worry. We're just
And
going
we're
to watch
still
2.5
bitching about it.
We'll watch 2.5 minutes. That's it.
Production. Nothing's been announced. No plan. No anything like this. It's such a joke, and it's such an extreme level of cope from Kathleen Kennedy. But I wouldn't expect anything different. She said similar things, during Star Wars Celebration, when she said, we talk all the time. He's so busy with Knives Out and Glass Onion. He's unbelievably busy. We're not actively involved in anything because he's doing another Glass Onion movie and then God knows what else. But
Glass
he really
Onion
wants
was
to step back
stupid.
into the space.
Yes, I agree. I didn't like it at all.
This is pathetic. And again, what this tells us is exactly what we've known for a long time. The absolute worst leader we have ever seen. The fact is,
I don't agree with that. I
Who's
actually
worse?
think DC leadership.
Oh,
is the worst.
Hamada?
Well,
I don't think so.
The one before Hamada.
Jeremy looks like he's got pubic hair all over his face.
Oh, that was really mean.
He can't even grow a beard.
Oh, wow.
He should just clean that up.
Someone really got really upset with me because I made fun of Jeremy's beard before, and they said I was really toxic.
No,
I get rid of my
it looks
beard.
like he shaved his pubes and glued it on his face.
Yeah.
You're calling him Butthead.
Yeah, no,
Beavis.
yeah. Uh-huh. Totally.
So you could put a picture of Jeremy next to the image where Beavis or Butthead, glues it to their chin.
Yeah, absolutely.
You couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, he totally
good. Yeah.
No, he totally glued that on his face.
It does. He has a hard time with facial hair. There's no question.
Can we just point out the fact that nerds should not be telling other nerds or commenting on other nerds' appearances?
Agreed. I don't like that regardless in general.
You were all in.
No, I mean I agree that I agree that he doesn't grow a good beard, but I don't think that that's a good thing to make fun of the man for. I mean, some guys are very sensitive about not being able to grow a good beard. Like Max said,
Yes.
he's attacked.
Attack their opinions,
they said
not their
all I
appearance.
said was he can't grow a beard. That's all I said. And
Some
people said I was
guys are
toxic.
sensitive about that, especially
They
young guys.
said I was
because it's
toxic.
their own style. Not everybody can grow a beard like CJH had, a glorious, thick.
I could grow a beard.
That's because he's in
Likewise.
Canada. It's part of his DNA.
Yeah.
Look,
Right.
he's already growing again. Go to back with camera, CJ.
Right.
Look at this thing. Wow, that was from this morning.
Yeah, that's
Look
like
at
I said. He's got a 3 o'clock shadow, man.
Well, the thing with Jeremy is like his mustache can't even connect to the beard. It doesn't make it there.
It's an interesting look.
It
Yeah,
is.
neither is mine, but I'm not talking shit. God damn.
All right. All right, back to him.
Mailbag.
Back to him complaining about Kathy.
Ryan Johnson trilogy was publicly announced before The Last Jedi came out. I remember because again, I was still all in on Disney Star Wars. I remember when that announcement happened. I'm like, wow, damn.
He was
They
all in
must be
Disney.
really
He was.
confident Ryan Johnson's
was
Last
too.
Jedi if they're willing to give him a trilogy and announce it before it comes out. This says The Last Jedi is going to be amazing. Hell yeah, man. And of course, we see what happened. That was how many years ago now?
You didn't want to see
Jesus
the
Christ.
before and after.
Too long to keep bitching about it, Jeremy. Too fucking long.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Back then,
Guys-
he was still drinking
Guys-
Bud Light back then.
Look, let me just say something. Look, 2017 was when The Last Jedi came out, right?
Yeah.
It's only 2023.
Yeah.
The original Top Gun came out in 1985, and the new one came out 30 years later. Okay, so you look at Avatar 2013, the first one came out. This new one came out last year or this year. So it's like, it's okay if things don't come out on time.
Right, and also,
but these guys will go nuts over Maverick and go crazy over this. Oh, see, it's not woke and all this stuff, but it can't. It's a movie 30 years too late. But although it was good, but what I'm saying is, like, that's the double standard with the grift. They want to slam Kathleen Kennedy because this movie hasn't come out yet, but it's only been 5 years. Where other movies take, I mean, it's been what 12 years since the last Indiana Jones film.
Yeah, this looks like a mugshot, CGH.
Canadian mugshot. He's caught by the Mounties.
All right. He's only got 20 more seconds to make his point.
And she's still trying to justify that. It's not happening. Just like the Benioff and Weiss situation. Not a trilogy, not a movie. We're talking about a trilogy. They hired these clowns for a fucking trilogy that never happened. This is the worst track record for any executive in Hollywood we have ever seen, and yet she still is there, and she ain't going nowhere.
Well, so that last line is objectively true. As far as starting projects that never get done, and hiring and firing people, I've never heard of so much of that. Maybe it's more public now, but she's got a terrible track record.
Yeah, but at the same time, when you hire somebody and then you get them in and you don't know how they're going to work out, and then when
That amount of times.
To be fair, a lot of these projects were never announced. They were just rumored on trades.
Damn, do you ever
but when you say
strike
that,
while the iron's hot? Are you gonna go hire some schlub director that hasn't done shit, or are you gonna get that hot guy coming off of Game of Thrones?
I prefer the hot guy off of Game of Thrones.
Right.
Little did we know that the last 2 seasons would suck ass. I mean, come on now, dude.
What?
Well, I mean, look, one of the arguments, Brian, is that those last 2 seasons sucked ass because they wanted to get.
Yeah, but it wasn't about the Game of Thrones guys. Those 2 guys got hired to develop a show with Netflix, and they were pitting Lucasfilm against Netflix to try to go get the highest bidder to get the most money. And when Kathleen Kennedy heard that and figured out they were going to Netflix, while they were negotiating with Lucasfilm was like, "Screw you guys, you're done."
Yeah, see,
that's exactly how that. Yeah, that's not her fault. That was her going, you know what? You guys are really just playing us. We thought you guys were coming better deal. You're gone. That's not.
Well, they should never have announced it, Sean. Then if that's where they were in the negotiations.
No, they announced it that they were going to be with Lucasfilm to get Netflix to give them what they wanted to steal them away. That was a tactic. That happened.
So their agents announced it. That Lucasfilm didn't announce it, is what you're saying.
Right.
It was more of a press story than actual.
Okay, then what about what's her name? Where they produced a introduction, Patty Jenkins. They even produced a little teaser with her.
Yeah, and that did that not end up being what they called scheduling conflicts?
I think it was just conflicts.
That was Wonder Woman 84 reaction.
I don't know.
Patty lost Cleopatra and traction on Rogue Squadron. After that, it was that bad.
Well,
she had.
Because wasn't she going to do Cleopatra with Gal Gadot too?
Yes,
and they were like, "Oh, we can't do them again." Their last movie just bombed together. Yeah, maybe you might be right about that.
She had basically after BVS, like with Zach, that was how the industry was treating her. Zach had to climb his way back.
It always goes back to Zach.
No, with Netflix, I'm saying. Listen, that's not me saying I like Zach better than Patty. I'm saying they had a similar situation.
So you're saying you like Patty better than Zach?
No, I do not. What?
I heard it. I heard it.
I'm saying
Clip that, please.
She has to claw her way back to where she is after Batman or after Wonder Woman 84.
All right. So mailbag.
I don't want to do mailbag. I'll do it tomorrow.
Well, let's end the stream then. 3 hours.
It's 1:22. I still have to paint
Holy
tonight.
crap.
Thank you, Sean.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Thank you, CGH, Brian, Voltaire, Brucifer. And we're going to end it here. Oh, you want me to do? I will do the mailbag tomorrow, Vince. It's 3 hours.
Tomorrow.
We had a bunch of surprises. Yes, I'm not going to forget about it. I'll do it tomorrow. So have a
I
good night,
didn't even
everyone.
put questions in there.
Well, screw you, CJH. Where have
All
you
right.
been?
Have a good night.
That's why I didn't do it. It's CJH's fault. He didn't do the mailbag, so that's why I can't do it tonight. I'm not going to do the mailbag till CJH puts a question in there.
Okay, whatever. Sounds good.
All right, end the show, CJH.
That's good.
Wait, do you
Nope,
actually
change it.
want me to press the end broadcast? I can do it.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
But